go. Hey everybody on
Hello.
Twitch watching us, or
Hola.
YouTube. If for some reason you stumbled, you were clicking through and found the darker corners of YouTube and found us. Welcome to Wyrd and Wyld. This is session 36, Glitch
Ooh.
Factor. I'm Jaso the DM, or Jason, whichever one you prefer. Who else is playing with me today?
Man, right when I take a giant bite of my...
I'll go. I am Luke. I am playing Aesop, Kinku Blood Hunter, Order of the Lycan, and his alter ego, Subject 22.
I am Glossalia Lore. I'm sorry for interrupting and going out of order because of my salad bite. My name's Bailey. I'm playing Glossalia Lore. She is an Eidolon, Bard of Glamour extraordinaire.
What's an Eidolon?
It is a homebrew race. It is basically, I don't know how to explain it other than
It is what it is. Get over it.
their race worked years and years and years on creating the perfect people, I guess. Beautiful people.
The beautiful people.
And that's sorry, Jason, I don't really know how to
And that's the bottom line.
I mean, yeah,
So
man.
said so.
We're still working out what that homebrew class is. Perhaps one day, Twitch and YouTube audience.
Oh!
Perhaps
Whoops.
one day.
Sorry for my lack of description. I'll get it next time.
I'm just kidding.
Eat your Pete's.
I'm just kidding. It's like a, pretty much like you said, a fashionista class, both in looks and garb. Just tall and short of it.
Yeah, they're like space elves, right? Like they have prehensile hair.
Yes. I don't know that Glossa's ever used her prehensile hair.
Haven't really had to. Can't do much.
Your hair is like my tail?
Yes.
It can be. I can make it grow and change color and all that fun stuff.
When?
It's fucking awesome. Why have you never used that?
Because it's always in a updo or a downdo, whichever I prefer, and always being a art statement.
You're like a badass Rapunzel.
Like Shiva from or whatever her name from Mortal Kombat. What?
Hey, I played
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts 3. Rapunzel is pretty badass.
Not like Glosse, though.
Glossa's cooler.
True story.
I'm Slim. I'm playing Renkaz, a lizard folk urban bounty hunter, gunslinger extraordinaire. And if you're interested about the gunslinger, check out D&D Beyond. It's an official class now.
Oh God.
My name is Kevin. I am playing Sun Kong, your apeling monk, Way of the Abundant Spirit / Bionoid warrior.
What's a Way of the Abundant Spirit? I haven't heard of this class archetype.
It's a homebrew.
All
pretty
this
much-
homebrew. Fuck.
Pretty much think Goku. That's what it is. I've got key blasts and defensive waves, and if I ever get to level 19, I pretty much have the spirit bomb.
Level 19. Wow. Could you guys imagine going from level 1 to 19?
I literally have done that before.
No, I'm sorry, 17.
crazy.
Level 17.
Wow. Maybe, maybe we'll get there. Maybe we'll get there one day. Who's our last person?
Hi everybody, I'm Nick, I'm playing VD, half-elf, celestial warlock, Pact of the Tome. And I have the greatest familiar of all time, a pseudo-dragon named Jira.
Oh God.
That used to be unearthed arcana material, but that's pretty much been, as of what, Vola's guide and stated into D&D lore?
I think it's Xanathar's.
Xanathar's, okay. Pretty cool class.
Indeed it is.
You guys have a good range of stuff. I feel like it's a pretty balanced party you guys got going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you everybody for watching. If you guys subscribe or anything, not subscribe because we don't have a subscribe button. But if you follow us, that's really cool. I'll try to give you a quick shout out if possible. Usually we try to save any big stuff towards the end though, just so we can kind of straight D&D. But if it makes sense for me to give you a quick shout out in between something, I'll try to. Just a little, what do you want to call it? Housekeeping.
Housekeeping!
In the rules tab, under Masterwork items, I made a quick change. As we talked about previous session, I wanted to amend those rules in the sense that I want to allow you guys to have the possibility to remove gems from your Masterwork gear yourselves.
Yeah.
You would just do so with disadvantage if you're not trained in the jeweler's kit. Or, as the notes in there also mention, you can try to find a vendor who would have the skills, or at least maybe carryover skills to attempt it. You would probably just have to pay them some amount of a fee, and they also still have to roll on that table. But just kind of 2 extra possibilities so that you're not just kind of screwed if no one is trained in the jeweler's kit. Because who is in D&D, really? Nobody.
Oh, we should have gone and asked the miners.
Yeah, the miners are good. There's some people in town, too, that could potentially do this as well.
Let's go back in the desert, guys.
Just keep that in mind.
No, I'm just going to try it myself. Fuck it.
Okay, that's fair, too. That's fair. Let's see here. Before we jump in, I also want to give you guys some inspiration. For those of you who do not have I think that's... Did everyone use their inspiration cards last session?
I think so.
Good on
Yes.
you guys. Good.
Oh, this is cool. I can give a creature disadvantage on its next d20 roll. I like that.
Nice.
I could trade that to you, Glace, if you want to, like, enchant, like, someone and want them to, like, fail the saving throw or whatever.
Yeah, this might help you maybe. Gain advantage on your next d20. You choose 2 on this one.
I like those.
And then the options are gain an extra bonus action this turn.
Oh, give me that. I want that. I need it.
Okay. Here you go.
I need it so I can stab myself and make my claws all flamey and dangerous.
Someone took my card.
Tough shit.
I'll draw them.
Yeah, I see how it is.
There, you got it. I put the.
It's on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Look on the. Yeah, there you go.
A huge card this time, where bones once fell out of the sky. This time, a large cardboard card.
It's crushing everything! Fuck!
You wild tycoons are never allowed to come here again.
I still have my luck card too. That forces my attacker to re-roll an attack against me.
Oh, that's sick.
Yes, as per the rules, you guys get to keep both your good and bad luck cards through a session. You don't get another one, you just have to make sure and use that one first, so just kind of keep that in mind with those luck cards.
While I'm here, I want to see if Greypaw or Old Whitetail would be able to help me unsocket this gem, because they're all into artifacts and stuff like that.
Okay, that's fair
Good
enough.
idea.
Before we kind of jump in and look into that, though, let's roll some dice and see who wants to give us the recap.
Oh.
Who did it last week?
Me, I have immunity.
I did. No,
oh
I did.
no! Oh no!
I will never give the recap.
Ah,
Never.
I was gonna say, I think I gave it last week.
probably. I mean, if it's not me,
It's me, so yeah. One of us.
Who, what? Oh, let's see. Yeah, I don't remember who gave the recap last week.
I do it this week.
I did, but I still rolled, but I'm not Lois. So.
Okay.
Okay.
This will give you immunity next week, Lasse.
I'm glad the rules haven't changed. Well, last week I think we finally worked our way off of the... Oh, yeah, we worked our way out of the temple and found a big box with a bat on it, and Aesop had a weird vision or something, and then we worked our way...
Don't worry about it.
We picked up some loot. We worked our way down the temple through the desert. 3 days worth of traveling. We stopped by... I don't think there were any... Well, no. We heard a commotion going on. There were some dwarves mining, and there was a giant sand magical monster attacking the dwarves. And we helped them break open that sand monster and save one of their own. And they got an ad on our popular show.
That's right. Gave him ad space.
For free.
Hey, what big time?
Um,
Yeah, I don't.
Wild guy.
We're big guys. You
Not
get
only
it?
did we save them, but we helped them out with their company.
Saved one of one of the dwarves' lives. That's always nice.
So that happened. I don't think there was anything really of note over there, other than the monster. We all just want to get off this fucking sandy planet. And we headed back to the town, traded our goods, got our money, and we are currently still here for some reason. That's all I remember.
So for the viewers who were, if you guys care at all, there is still the map to be sold. Aesop went ahead and pawned that off to Old Whitetail for 200 gold pieces. And other than that, Aesop, you were going to look into having either Old Whitetail or Grey Pot attempt to unsocket this gem. Let me just check real quick as we sort of wrap the last of your guys' kind of things up on this planet here. Let me look under the shops and see what exactly these two offer. So Grey Pot is the tools merchant, so he comes over and says, 50 gold pieces, and I will attempt to remove this for you.
How about 30 now and 20 if it's successfully done without harm to the weapon?
Make a persuasion check.
Lamb! That's not terrible. I'm also pretty sure I have a +0 to persuasion. Yep, +0, 14.
Straight 14's not terrible, though. He raises an eyebrow and says, fair enough. You'll see my skills are perfectly adequate.
I just want him to eat shit and not be able to do it.
He takes your, is it your sword cane that has the...
Yeah, it's the modified sword cane that I turned into a gladius instead of a rapier.
Alright, so he takes that in hand and is going to make a check here. This will be a public roll.
Do it. What a shitter! What a shitter!
Oh,
my
fuck.
God!
Now I believe, Jason, isn't the result, doesn't that make it explode or something like that?
Oh no!
On a natural...
whatever gem that was.
On a natural 1, the gem explodes, dealing 2d10 damage. Grey Paw, grabbing one of those sort of like jeweler magnifying monocle pieces and kind of putting it and scrunching it with an eyebrow down on one eye, begins to work some tools, attempting to pop out this gem. Which was what gem was this exactly?
It was the one that gave me a +1 to investigation checks.
You watch closely, Aesop, as
Ain't got that shit no
there
more.
is a bright flash and a loud explosion as each of you, let's see, within 15s. That includes you, Sun Kong. Let's see. Let me do this real quick. Aesop, you take 14 points of
This is fucking hilarious.
force damage, and Sun Kong, you take 19 points of force damage.
Ow!
I like how
What the hell, man?
mega fucked somehow by one of us.
That was characters like, ow! Jesus, what happened?
Gray Paw is literally like someone being electrocuted from like a power line pole, just thrown off of his feet across the room. Old Whitetail is thrown against the edge of the sort of table over on his end in the corner. And the merchants are all thrown over the side of the table, one kind of thrown off towards the corner.
If it's all the same to you, I'll keep the last 20 gold.
Ow! God!
Smoke and sizzle that is dissipating. The sound of a sizzle fills the room. And you guys look around. Aesop and Sun Kong, you peer around. You hear coughing and sputtering. And you see Old Whitetail looks to be unconscious in the corner of the room.
Oh, no.
Oh
Boy.
I pick up my cane and dust off the inevitable scorch marks that came from the explosion. I'm more concerned with my cane than Whitetail.
Yeah, I'm gonna call NVD on our Stones of Far Speech.
Okay.
And be like, hey, NVD, can you get over the Whitetail shop ASAP, please? We have a little bit of an issue.
Gladly.
So Rinkaz, yeah, Aesop lost a gem. Just put it short and sweet.
Who died?
Well, no one, hopefully. Old Whitetail's kind of unconscious, though. That's why I called NV.
Is everyone okay? Gray Paw kind of sputters.
It's okay. The cane appears undamaged.
Whitetail is unconscious.
Oh, there's that.
Whitetail.
Or Glacé, or yes, he might just need some healing. I don't know. I'm not good at this.
NVIDIA, you walk in. As you open the door, just a blast of smoke sort of hits your face as it leaves the entrance, and you step in here. There's like a burnt smell in here, and you see quite a few what look to be different sort of merchants from around Relica, sort of grabbing at their chests and capsized over on the floor. Most are kind of moving a bit, although some they kind of look like they're in pain, but most are moving. However, you do see Sun Kong at the far end, kind of kneeling next to what looks to be an unconscious. His sort of rounded spectacles, one side of the earpiece sort of bent up, and he has been thrown across the room.
Is anybody hurt? What happened?
Well, they tried to unsocket Aesop's gem, and something happened.
It exploded.
It was my fault, Grey Paw says. Keep the gold. I freed the piece for your next gem.
Thank you. Is he giving me back the 30 I gave him up front?
Yeah, he just sort of quickly tosses it across the table.
This is yours.
I will happily take it back.
Please, just help my old friend.
Oh, of course. And VD is good at these sorts of things.
Check on the others. And he kind of runs over and begins to pat off the other merchants, who you get the feeling he probably does business with, or may not for much longer. In VD, you step up to an unconscious-looking old whitetail.
Can I examine him to see how hurt he is and if he's breathing?
He's got sort of like they're not kind of like a scorch marks that sort of run across his chest. You kind of see the same effect across the table next to Aesop as well, covering your cane to Aesop, but you know your cane itself, the structure itself isn't damaged. It would just need to be kind of clean and polished.
I'm already polishing it in the corner.
Yeah, you don't see any
watching
blood
Vidi.
in Vidi, but you can kind of gather that there was a kind of blast wave that threw some people around.
Is he still alive?
You think so? You could make a medicine check to see if he's still breathing,
Sure. Make a check.
or check his pulse. You know, a couple different things with that.
This
11.
Calm. He's got 9 lives.
Is that you don't have any bonuses to
No,
medicine?
I can aid him on that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, roll again,
Yeah.
Vidi.
Okay.
Wow. We are
I mean-
mediocre. Down one of the road there.
I mean, he seems alive.
Was that a 11 overall, Vidi?
11 overall, yes.
Okay. You are fearful for a moment because you don't see the expansion of his chest, but you, with the help of Aesop, who kind of contextualizes things, makes you consider that he's an older tabaxi, and so his breathing may not be as flush and apparent as some of the younger humanoids around here. So you take a second, wait and check, and you do see eventually the slow lift of his chest. He seems to be still alive, but clearly unconscious from the look of it.
Okay.
Well, that's
And,
good.
Hold on just a second. I will give him... Let's just do a full-on cure wounds.
Okay. How much would that kind of heal?
We're going to heal for 36.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
What? What was that? Is that a dream?
I think Greypaw made a slight miscalculation unsocketing my cane. Oh, that sounds dirty. Let me rephrase that. Removing the gem from my weapon.
He kind of scratches his head. Oh, yes, yeah, socketing something, yes.
We're glad to see that you're alive.
You wild tycoons are both the biggest boon and most dangerous thing in my life.
A fair point. And
I mean,
with that, I think
honest.
we'll be taking our leave.
Yes, well, good luck on your adventures. You see Greypie helping up some of the merchants. I apologize about all that. I'm sorry, gentlemen. You see the merchants next to them kind of cursing under their breath, kind of getting up and brushing themselves off.
Aesop just walks the fuck out.
Can I help out old Whitetail if you need
Yeah,
to?
you throw him an arm around him and help him up, and he looks to you and says, I suppose it's just with the karmic nature of your group that whenever you visit, you provide some excellent opportunities for me as well as personal harm to some extent. Luckily, it wasn't the entire town this time.
Not this time.
I would love for you
Not
to...
this time.
I would love
Well,
for
you
you
know,
to...
the last two times we were here.
At least it was just the shop this time. Most things don't look undamaged, just thrown about. I would have you stay and help clean if you were willing, but look, I'm sure you people have plenty of other things to do. No need to stand around here and do whatever else. Go on, go have your wild knot adventures.
Well, you take care, old timer.
I'll try.
That's his way of saying stop bringing the pain to the city.
You head out, Sun Kong, and Vidi does as well. Over at the inn, Glace, you had a little performance that didn't go necessarily as planned, which, you know, is probably just to the fact that you're ready to get the fuck off the planet. Is there anything else as you, Ringkaz, and Brassbell finish sharing your drinks wanted to do before you head off world?
Weren't we meeting up in the... Oh, that's right, we were going to meet for drinks before we go.
Yeah, you guys spent a little time while the transaction was happening over at Old Whitetails, just having some drinks. Glace attempted to put on a performance with Jashini, but they're not totally in sync just yet, and it seems as though Glace is kind of ready to get the fuck out of here. So,
Listen, she seems to have a handle of things. She's somehow convinced Invidi to pay her and be on our ship. I don't think I need to train her. She seems to know everything that's gonna help her in life. I think she's good. It's good. We don't need to do this again. Ever.
Brass Bell turns to you, Rinkaz. Well, suppose you'll be heading out again, huh?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to stay a little bit longer. Personally, I think we all need a vacation, but tattoos to get, worlds to save, people to save and get.
Well, I hope that maybe when you find some extra time, you'll come back this way.
Oh, trust me, I plan on it.
Maybe for a little extended amount of time, perhaps just you and I.
Fucker!
Perhaps, maybe even off planet.
I suppose I could take a little break from here, as long as we don't end up in some type of large hourglass again.
Or a multi-room space station, or an underground tomb, a sewerway, a planet of dark despair with nothing but aliens and death and cold Sure, I
How
can find
about
somewhere else.
the beach?
That's a happy medium.
It's
We
got
a
the
beach
sand,
episode.
and it's got the water. The two things we both like.
Good half and half. I thought cats didn't like water, and I kind of...
Well, I'm partial to the sand myself, but I suppose I could get warmed up to it.
Well, be safe. Like I said, if you need anything, just holler. If you need a little extra coin to help, business or anything, same with that. I got a lot of money and not a whole lot to spend it on other than travel.
Things are pretty nice around here. Those bones you boys dropped a while back has been bringing quite a few merchants to our town. Business has been booming. I appreciate it, despite all the trouble it caused. But I suppose that's what follows people like you around, don't it?
No, I try to keep anything extra, any other leathers I see too. I mean, bones are big, but we got to find the next big hit for here. Got to turn a sandy little spot into a bit of destination.
Well, you be careful out there. That life of yours, it's a dangerous one.
I could say the same about this place. I heard a cat almost blow up a few buildings over. I'd go check on old White Paw.
Are you going to check on him?
No, I
Okay,
joking.
okay. Well, I have a feeling that it may have been from some of your own people, but I suppose I
good
should
for
go
that.
pay a visit myself.
Oh, the dagger. Could I grab the dagger before you head out?
Yes, as you finish your drinks with Brass Bell, you head out and see Sun Kong and Aesop heading down the road. A few people have sort of collected at the front entrance of Old Whitetail's taxidermy and supply shop. There seems to be a bit of smoke sort of pouring out the sides of the open windows. You quickly sort of run down and head towards the weaponsmith shop where Brass Bell and Ignis works. Ignis, the lizard folk, kind of holds your sharpened +1 dagger up in the air, kind of holding it, gleaming with the light coming through one of the windows, shining off it, and kind of tosses the handle in towards you.
I pull out my rifle and I just switch, or I add that on since I gave him the other dagger and just reattach it.
He kind of nods in seeing that you are going to make good use of it. at the end of your rifle as a bayonet. And with that, kind of bids you farewell, as does Brassbell, and you can regroup with the rest of everyone else.
As she heads off, I hand her a coin purse with 200 gold in it, and I say, 100 for you, 40 for Ginsmith, 40 for Ignis, and 20 to keep Schlev under control when he needs to be. I know we brought him here, but I know he's a handful.
I'll take the 20, but I think Iliona's got that pretty much handled should anybody decide to act out in town.
Oh, so her and Schlev are good friends. Oh.
I'm sure she'd be happy to know that.
She shakes her head. Anyways, I appreciate it. Be safe out there. Come back now.
Of course. I gotta look forward to something, you know.
She smiles as she kind of heads back into her shop.
Haven't you seen Inuyasha? You can't kiss the girl in the first episode, or 450th.
With that, the rest of you guys regroup at the edge of town, finalizing your transactions, pocketing your gold and items. Aesop, you attaching your, what is it, the gem that you guys got from your adventure socket?
Yeah, the one inside the pyramid.
Okay. You place that in there, and you can hear the click as it pushes in. That's the Searing Smite one, right?
Yeah, 3 times a day.
All right.
Pretty sick.
You watch as you socket the red gem in the line work that runs through with any masterwork material that has sockets in it. There's a red glow that sort of lights up your cane now that runs through the line work that runs across it. And you guys all ready your things to get the fuck out of here. So I'm just gonna grab your guys' tokens. Glosse, are you at the edge of town? Where are you at?
I should be at the bar. At the outside of the bar. Right below Whitetail's store.
Oh, I see, okay. I see you over there. Alright. Grab you. As you guys are beginning to head out, following not too far from NVD, you guys also see Jashini kind of trailing along. Grab these tokens. There is the familiar ridge outside of town that leads up a few stories. A small rocky path kind of zigzag cut into it so that it raises up. Each of you sort of heading up, sort of pushing the dirt and stuff out of your faces as you head up. There's sand, rather. Sun Kong on top of Sugar as Sugar sort of bounds across the wall.
It's a good girl. It's a good girl. She sniffs at Aesop.
Oh,
She likes you, buddy.
no.
Give her a pet. Just give her a pet.
I'm gonna stand over here now. I just shift about 10 feet away.
You guys continue heading up. You can
No.
see in the distance the town of Relica, or the outpost here on Relica, as many people kind of traverse the ways. There's now more and more people kind of building up in front of Old Whitetails as you guys reach the top. Glimmering in the sun, sort of hidden between these sands as well as its reflective glass steel panels, you reach the edge of your floating geodesic ship, the Nimbus.
Quick question before we immediately fly away. That if just we're here for roleplay purposes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Old Whitetail or Greypaw would know? Tomes. Tome of Wisdom. or Tome of Understanding, a tome that gives you +2 to your wisdom. Would they know anything or where to find one? It was something I was going to maybe invest in if I couldn't get my tattoo done. Is that something I could look into in the future?
Make a... Is this like a actual item?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like a magic item that gives you +2.
Yeah, it's a permanent +2, but you read it, it dies out, and it regains it like thousands of years in the future that it would only regain that benefit. It's kind of one of those. It's a permanent stat increase, but it's something you have to read over like a week's period.
Make like a high or low, and then D20 luck roll, and we'll see.
High. 12.
Sort of recovering, pushing through some of the people, asking old Whitetail as he kind of coughs and continues cleaning. He looks to you and seeing that you're part of the Wyld Tycoon says, nothing here that we have, no. You could check the college that exists. There's a place that is said to hold a myriad of books, an entire sort of library under the ice. Perhaps you people could travel there at some point. I heard it's called the Ravis Eterna. Never been off-world myself, though.
Is that where Hush studied?
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
Polar opposites, alright, good. I thank him and I hurry back with the crew to the ship.
Okay.
I let Aesop know the same thing because I know he would have interest in it. And same with Envy, because I know you both know tomes and books.
That is interesting.
All right. Ringcast does this and catches up, and you guys find yourselves at the outside edge of the ship. Do you use your crystal communicator to warp inside?
If everybody wants to do a little group touch.
I think so.
Oh, are we putting our hands on the crystal? Jashini says as she puts her hand on as well.
Yes.
Now be very careful. It's quite painful the first time.
She holds her hand back and stares at each and every one of you.
I'm kidding. It's not. It's fine. It's a little tingly.
Okay.
But it's...
Hard to tell with your group, she says.
I know. I'm wearing the mask. You can't see my emotions.
Yes, you hide it well. She puts her hand on, and with a flash of light, you guys find yourselves standing back on the geodesic ship.
Oh, air conditioning.
Okay, I'm never ever going back to Relica ever.
Yes, it's nice to pass by, but wouldn't want to live there.
Welcome back, everyone, Kui says.
Ah, Kui, good to see you.
Navigator, sitting at one of the panels himself to the left, looks over. He holds a hand up.
Give him a little salute.
Hail and well met!
He says hello, Kui says, turning to you.
Oh.
So then...
Jashini sort of looking around in a bit of awe at the cool air that surrounds the ship and the sort of arcane, interesting looking alien nature of the ship that she's not used to seeing.
Oh, she needs a tour. Oh.
I need it.
Where's, what's his face? Clatter. Chatter. He can take him around.
No!
Yeah,
He's
no.
a dirty monkey.
He'll try to do things inappropriate.
Let's get old Ganny or Lizzie, or both.
What about Stray?
Maybe we'll introduce her to Stray later. I don't know.
Inoki might be good.
All right, everyone. Where to next? Let's get out of here.
I agree. Let's put some distance between us and Relica.
Wasn't this on the way to somewhere that you needed to go?
You see Aesop kind of like ponder for a moment. I mean, was Relica really that bad? We could stay for a few more days.
No! Aesop, what is wrong with you?
Nothing. I was just thinking, maybe the sunlight wasn't such a bad thing.
Uh-huh.
To be honest, it's not so bad in town, Jashini says.
Right.
It's just when you go to dangerous temples full of poisonous gas that makes the adventure a bit soured.
Right. We could get some sunbathing and just relax in town.
Aesop, what was that planet that you were talking about before we came here?
You seem like you're kind of avoiding going. Are you alright, buddy?
No, it's fine. You know how it is when you have a thing that you have to do, and the longer you wait, the worse it's going to get, but you still don't want to go.
But you got us, man. We'll back you up.
Not. You don't understand. But don't worry about it. Let's just get some sleep. We should try to find a quagga on the way.
So you don't want wings? You don't want to get your wings tattooed?
That's what us finding the quagga is about.
I was gonna say, let's get moving. Is there a tattoo shop on that one planet? The technology planet.
Neogokyo.
Yeah, that place.
I think it's just the quagga,
Just the
right?
quagga?
It's the
Okay.
patrollers.
Yeah,
They're the ones that can do tattoos.
There's the
I
possibility.
don't know why I thought there was one.
The masterminds, they offer the implants, the kind of cyber parts.
Maybe
I'm still interested in possibly getting a new heart?
Yeah.
I haven't get it.
I'm also very interested in that. Yeah, we could go to Neogokyo for a while and just hang out there, and we could open a shop, like Decker, and be detectives for a while, just
No,
for a
it's
couple
not.
of years. And
We can't help if we don't know what you're afraid of.
I'm not afraid of anything.
I don't know if I'd say that.
I mean, it's my old research, I'm responsible, but at the same time, there's a lot of baggage there. I mean, my wife is no longer with us.
If you're just worried about baggage, I got you. I'm strong. I can carry it all. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, Sun Kong. All right. Aesop kind of face palms a little bit.
Do you need to molt? Is that it? Are you shedding your feathers and you don't want to do it?
No, Rinkaz.
Aesop, dear, the sooner it's taken care of and put behind you, the sooner you can move on.
That's right. Serum 21 was incredibly dangerous, and if it's fallen into the wrong hands, well, I mean, we have to take care of it. Anyway, I would like a tattoo. Is there a quagga nearby, Kui?
We could find one. Let me see. They mention, as you guys told me on the way back from the previous quagga, that you can find one within 3 to 5 days, most anywhere in the Twixt, since they are the patrollers, after all.
Of course, patrol. It's right in the name. Perhaps if we should try to intercept one on the way to Skorge, and if it's a little out of the way, that's totally fine. We can take the extra time to get there if need be.
Very well. Just keep in mind, not to pry, Aesop, but if it's something that's time sensitive, it may be all the more important to get to this Skorge destination. The sooner the better.
I mean, I'm sure that's the case, but tattoos are important too.
I suppose so.
I mean, I need to be powerful if we're going to go to Skorge.
Do you need to be colorful?
He just turns to Sun Kong grimly and goes, "Yes, I do."
Well, let's all go rest up and get our tattoos and get into the headspace of going to Skorge.
Okay, that's a good idea. a good idea. Let us know when we get to that quagga, Kui.
Very well. Our ship should be able to display exactly where it is on our journey there. Using the astrolabe here, she kind of points and you see the various planets and spheres around.
Sounds good.
Is someone going to give me a tour? Jashini says, kind of looking over your way in Vidi.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, in Vidi, I think you should give her a tour. Just the two of you.
Thanks for watching Jira. I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, no problem. I actually kind of adore Jira. He's adorable. I mimic that noise.
You holding on to the coin that you guys split up in Vidi and your cool new ivory looking staff. You also remember that at your side on one of your packs is a leather-bound black journal of some type.
Oh, Invidi has that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like to spend some time with that. I guess when I get some downtime, meditating.
Okay, just let me know when. In the meantime, are you gonna kind of show Jashini around on the ship?
Yeah, as best I can. Still new to the ship too, kind of.
Okay. Maybe someone to give both of you a tour, perhaps? Let's see.
Yeah, sure.
You take Jashini and part giving her tour, part discovering areas of the ship yourself. You are surprised to find that the elevator does not actually take you to other rooms by it going there itself. It actually pulls rooms to the elevator, since every room here, even the one that connects to your individual personal rooms, is some distance away from this main control center. This is a entirely other plane, NVIDIA, as you kind of ask around with the crew and figure out that this whole area in here is some of the I'm sure members of the Wyld Tycoons themselves would mention that the place is a lot bigger than you might think from their previous adventure last season. Although Aesop wouldn't necessarily know this. This would be new information to him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Aesop's been on here long enough to get the sort of gist of most of the things, but
True.
a lot of the details probably not.
You would know, both of you would know that from the ability to essentially just apparate rooms whenever you need them, such as the cargo bay, that must be of some sizable state, this transitive plane within. And the whole reason that there's no doors or anything on the geodesic ship itself. So with everything set, you guys prepare yourselves for your journey to Skorge. Is there anything you guys want to do in particular before you start heading out that way?
I have some stuff I want to do in downtime, but nothing to prepare us for leaving.
Well, I will show you here now as you guys just take a look. You know, you're still in your respective areas on the ship, but just for reference, Kui pulls up on the astrolabe the spherical heavenly bodies that make up the Twixt, and you guys take a look at the map and find out that it looks, considering each of these spaces is a full 24 hours, that it would take about 7 days to reach Skorge.
Ooh.
She also points out, with a new blip forming out of sort of arcane essence on the map, that there is a quagga, little off of the main path, but still relatively in line with your trip towards Skorge.
Oh, look at that, Aesop. It's perfect on the way to Skorge. There's a quagga.
I mean, we knew that, so that's good.
So perfect.
Everything is fine.
And go straight to Skorge
Do you
afterward.
think they'll need anything, like any side quests or something on the quagga? Maybe something, in the Halcyon area, or, Kerbita.
Skorge is even on the way to Neo Gokyo, so it's perfect. Even anywhere we want to go.
I feel
Go
like
right,
you're not
right past
listening to me.
Skorge first. Right
It's not
past
gonna
Skorge. It's perfect.
You're gonna get your wings and your flight.
It's
And-
going to be great. I'm very excited for that, I'll have you know.
Maybe it will prepare you a little more.
You'll look like a whole new man or
Bird.
bird or something when you get back to Skorge.
Make a history check, Aesop.
Oh no, that's 7.
You don't remember how long it would take, but you do remember that getting something as intricate and large as a pair of wings tattooed on your back could potentially take a certain amount of time.
Oh, perfect. Well then, we should go get tattoos.
Yeah, go get tattoos and then head over to Skorge. Sounds perfect.
It's agreed then. We're going to get tattoos.
You heard him. He said it's agreed.
Mm,
Aesop, if you want to meditate while we're on the trip,
I don't
I can help
believe
you.
in any of that.
well, you should.
You could just float on the top of the water like one of those scoop ducks.
It doesn't... You know, not all birds can do that, right?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Aesop just kind of narrows his eyes at him.
I pat Aesop on the back and I go over and pull out my flask and take a sip and say, sometimes the easiest way to deal with this, or on a trip, at least for a day, and I hand him the flask and say, it's all you.
Oh, see, this man understands me. I take a swig. What is it, Rinkaz? What's in the flask that you gave to Aesop?
The flask.
Last time I checked, it was just the vodka that we had gotten from remember the big party with the vault and the mimic.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Aesop takes a mighty draft.
That's straight vodka. Well, I'm more of a brandy man myself, but I suppose beggars can't be choosers.
Oh, we probably have some rum. I mean, that's close. It's unrefined, but
You know what? I think you're speaking my language. Let's just spend the next few days just drinking and forgetting everything.
At least we don't have that free beer anymore from AG.
I mean, I can make beer. It's not good beer, but it's technically a liquid that resembles beer.
that's what the alcohol's for. We drink that first, and then we cruise with the synthetic beer. As long as it's not synthetic mayonnaise, I'm in.
I mean, I could do that too if you wanted to make a sandwich or something.
Oh,
It's not good mayonnaise, but it's...
Do we want to do something with all of our what are they called? Wild points? Do we want to make a room or something?
Oh, that's right.
You guys have rooms that you have the blueprints for, you just need the materials for. So if you'll scroll down under available blueprints, you should be able to build quite a few now, depending on what you choose.
104 weird bits.
Exactly. And Class A should have gotten one today, right, Chase?
That's the one I added.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Thank you for reminding me. Sorry, Glosse. I meant to mention that you got a weird bit for giving me a good recap from the previous session. Also, keep in mind that the last time, just in case you guys are eyeing some of the more expensive things, including the dispatch center, before you make a decision, everyone make a history check real quick. And I just want to, as your characters, make sure you would recall this.
Oh!
Oh shit! Okay.
Card.
Aesop. Actually, technically, that does count. Yes, that is a natty 20.
Good luck card.
Give me that good luck.
Go ahead and take one of those, buddy. If you can, I can throw one at you.
I can't see it. The deck.
That's so weird. All right, here I'm gonna draw one of these and throw it on the map, and you can grab it. Let me actually put it on the token layer. It's a big one.
Wow. Let me zoom out so I can read this. Advantage on a saving throw. Yeah, I'll take that.
All right. right, hold on to that and use it whenever you please. Yes, Aesop, you quickly remember that it's been, you guys know in my campaign, a week is a 10-day, so 10 days. It's probably been a little over that, and it's been a little over 10 days since you last turned in your recordings of Rec to Lushy.
Now's a good time to do that.
Yeah, let's give Lushy a call.
We definitely have an adventure for him.
You guys all gather around and
We have a documentary this time.
decide to
Like Nat Geo up in this bitch.
call Lushy. Let me hide this.
Looking at our group, it's more of an animal planet.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's-
It works
I
either.
guess it's always
It's
a
actually
documentary.
true. Kui punches in, and the arcane symbols on the astrolabe and appearing on the screen is Lushy. Oh, hey! Where have you people been? You're a little over schedule for your next episode.
Lucky, Lushy baby, we're here for you.
I love it. I love it. It's like Cox. He's getting with it.
Oh, the monkey boy knows the business. Look, your first episode, the premiere, has done gangbusters. It's amazing. Whenever you reapproach Halcyon, and of course we're trying to spread the knowledge shards across the Twixt to get the episodes out there, but we do premiere things on our home planet, as it were. You will be stars once you return. But, with time, people will be anticipating more. Most are. So what do you have for me this time?
A multi-part episode.
Really?
So you can stretch it a little bit to keep them biting to come back for more, because after the first episode comes out, you'll want to watch more.
What exactly does this entail? You people do get up into some interesting situations.
It starts out innocently with the quest, with a hidden treasure map out in the desert. We fly to the desert and get the gear and head out there, but we're attacked by gnolls. Then we get to the temple and find out the dusty desert is nothing but a bog and a marsh underneath the temple. We meet fish people and evil creatures that kill us almost, and maybe even a body swap or two. Thrilling, intriguing, giant snakes, adventure, treasure, animated undead, and a nice little bit where a cat explodes from a gem at the end.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sold.
And a shrimp guy. He was weird.
Oh yeah, we also helped some kind of mining company out in the desert. They have an ad spot on the recording.
I'll have to pencil that in. Yes. Please, this all sounds very interesting. Shoot the footage my way if you won't mind. Give me about a day to process it, and I will be happy to give you your 10 days payment. 500 gold pieces each, as well as 5 weird bits apiece.
Very nice.
Sounds
So-
good.
We all got 500 golds, correct?
Yeah, so it's going to take Lushy a day, but basically if you want to add it now, he's going to reward you with 500 gold, as well as each of you 5 weird bits apiece.
Oh, well, we can get the dispatch now.
Yeah, we could.
To the pod.
That sounds like fun.
I told you I wanted to dispatch Lizzie.
Was there anything else?
I mean, that's an option.
I think his definition of dispatch is being used differently than what we're talking about. I think that's all Lushy, right? Right? We're good?
Everyone's still alive, of course. He kind of
Of course.
peers around the room. Good to hear.
Hey, so, with this multi-part episode, I say, kind of looking at Rinkaz, you probably won't need another one for a while, right?
I'll have to review the
but it can't hurt
footage.
to bank something. You know? Like a good homecoming episode? That sounds
I
like
don't...
it really hit hard.
Okay. I'm not from Skorge, but that's fine.
Skorge,
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Our next adventure.
We may be off the grid a little bit, just for a couple of weeks.
Very well. Aesop, I'll need to review the footage, but I suppose it is possible that with enough spelunking recorded, I could stretch it out to 2.
You could do one of those recap episodes, too, that everyone loves so much.
Oh no, people hate that, honey.
Oh.
Yes, we try
Don't
to
worry,
avoid
Lushy.
filler here.
Don't worry, Lushy. We're gonna stop some tattoos. That's gonna take a second, but we'll have some new stuff for you real soon.
I appreciate that, Sun Kong. Very amicable. I'm liking the attitude. Anyways, I've got plenty of things to do, of course. Glacé.
Yes.
He holds up a wine glass and kind of spins it around. You haven't heard from your sister recently, have you?
Oh no, she still hasn't returned.
No, she hasn't.
Can I want to do an insight check on him just to see if he's lying.
Okay.
That's my sister. I don't trust him. Hold on. A 15.
You can see as he says this that there's more of a bit of like a slightly distraught look on his face. Like he is unhappy to tell you that she hasn't been found yet. Almost as if he was hoping that you would have discovered her by now.
Okay. She has her teammates been found, or are they with him or her, or?
Everyone from the Halcyon Hurricanes is fine. She's the only one missing.
Have you asked them anything about her?
Oh, we've certainly gone through all the motions of that. That was a few days ago now.
Where was she last seen?
Well, she was doing some off-world adventuring. She's not only engaged in sports activities, she also handles a few of the mercantile things for me as well. The last that we knew about her was she was making her rounds with some planetoids nearby Halcyon itself. Not too far, of course. But she just disappeared. Haven't heard from her since. A few days before I called you and let you know the first time. Of course, this creates complications in the scheduling of the Siege Ball tourney, but beyond that, I would hate to lose one of my stars.
And I would hate to. I need to call. Oh, I need to call somebody. This is. You let me know as soon as possible if you find her.
I am putting together a small exploratory party to keep an eye out on her. I've also requested that the patrollers try to do their best to keep an eye out, though they have their hands full, I'm sure. If you wouldn't mind, as I realize it's important to you as well, please keep an eye out for her.
Oh, yes. Thank you for helping.
Anyways, enough down, sad news. I'm going to be happy to review your footage. I'm sure we'll find your sister soon, Glacé. Anyways, got to roll. Ta-ta!
Ciao.
He disappears.
Okay,
I was just gonna sell him on a behind the scenes kind of like that chilling on the ship episode, like just a half hour of us just talking into the mic randomly, talking about our adventures, you know.
Oh, that might be fun. Oh, but we have 129 weird bits. I never thought we'd see so many in one place. We could make the dispatch, perhaps.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get started on it.
Glacé says as she paces around each of you.
Here, Glacé, take a sip of this.
What is it?
It was vodka.
she just took the whole thing to the head and just drank all of it.
Throws it aside.
So we're all gonna go drink now, right? That's what we need.
I think so. In all seriousness, though, Glacé,
I need to. Aesop, we need that stone, that black stone that calls What's their names? The 10th Pit. They know everything. They have to know something about my sister, right?
Oh,
They
okay.
can uncover it.
Calm down. I kind of grab her forearms and try to hold her there. And all right.
A bit of vodka dribble leaves inside of her mouth.
My sister's the strongest person I know, and when she goes off for pleasure, for vacation, she brings her whole friends and family and whatever with her. She doesn't just go alone.
All right. Here, you can hold on to the Peacekeeper Sending Stone, and you talk to them when you've calmed down a little bit.
I'm calm.
I know. What was that, Ringcast?
I said never turn to the rock.
Oh, what? Very funny. Look, you're right. They may know something. Just hopefully, she's fine. Everything's fine. Let's all get a good night's sleep. How about that?
You might get out of going to Scourge, Aesop, if we have to go find Glace's sister.
Oh goodness! What a! It's a shame. I had already
Such a shame
to go directly there right after the tattoos. Now we've got this new thing to do. Anyway,
I guess let's all go get a drink and start relaxing a second.
you sound so sad about it.
No, I have to call them right now. I have to. I can't wait. We can't wait. What if something terrible happened to her? I can't just let her. She would never just leave me alone for something bad to happen to me. I can't. I like sit down behind this beanbag thing and try to dial.
Aesop, maybe you should make the call for her.
Okay, I could call for you, Glace.
I am perfectly capable of speaking my mind. I'm a strong, independent woman that can save her sister.
This is Leah. Hello.
My sister.
Hello.
Leah, Aesop kind of leans into the stone. Leah, this is Aesop and Glace.
Oh yes, so the Wild Tycoons. How can I help you?
Glace here is seeking some information for a relative. It is of the utmost importance.
Who would this be? Hang on just a second. I'm getting my pad and quill.
Lux, of my sister's name. What's my sister's name? What? It's like escaping my brain. I'm sorry, everyone.
You drank
Illustria.
a decent amount of vodka, but yeah, Illustria fills your mind.
Illustria, Allure, Eidolon, Blitz, Siege Ball, Extraordinaire.
He's a Siege Ball champion, yes, on Halcyon.
You want us to look into this affair for you?
Yes, find her!
Do you know where she was last seen?
On the outskirts of Halcyon, I think.
Very well. When was this? Do you know the time of her disappearance?
I didn't ask Lozzie. I didn't ask him. Aesop, when did he say? He didn't say.
He didn't say. Very sorry, we don't have the exact time, Leia.
That's fine. Give me some time. I will see what I can strike up with the 10th Pit.
Thank you ever so much.
Yes. Be speaking with you.
Of course.
Okay, goodbye.
I kind of do that thing where I just gingerly pick up the sending stone from her with my thumb and forefinger and just place it back in my pocket.
Thank you, Aesop.
It's all right. Oh,
It'll be okay.
So, anyway, let's. I think some of us have already started drinking, haven't we?
I don't need you to tell me.
I just took Dreamcast's bottle. Just without even asking him, I just took it.
Aesop hasn't had a dram of vodka, and Ringcast and Glace are already fucked up in 5 minutes.
Pull out my backup flask.
Did we want to build anything tonight? That should get our minds off of unpleasant things, right?
I'm gonna go drink the meditation pool.
Okay. Don't get in hot water while you're drunk. It's dangerous for your health. It can stop
Did
your
you say
heart.
she's going to drink the entire pool?
You hear
no.
Glace almost trip up one of the stairs in her high heels.
Clatter follows her. That's great.
Just stands at the bottom of the pool just in case she starts like drowning or something.
Glace Clatter walks up, seeing you nearly trip, and just extends a steel hand.
You always have my back.
Oh no! Oh no!
You're my best
real.
friend, Gladder.
Real.
They go off to the meditation pool.
Okay then. So dispatch.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
It seems really interesting. We can let all of our crewmates go on adventures of their own.
And they can even take wreck when we don't need them.
Perfect. Like in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, is that what this is? Are you afraid of something wreck will see?
No. Anyway, Kui, let's build the dispatch center, shall we?
Very well. That's a lot of weird bits from what it looks like. It'll take a day and you'll need 120, but it seems as though you guys have drummed that up over the past few adventures.
Aesop just takes the bag of holding and pours out 120 into the slot on the console, just like a bunch of tokens coming from a pachinko machine.
It does that thing where like it gets full and you have to wait for it to process some before you keep pouring more in there.
like a coin stuffer.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, the slot steel slide kind of closes shut after you've poured in the full 120, and Kui, continuing to sort of press a few arcane symbols on the astrolabe, you begin to see the construction bar with 24 hours left. Okay. Oh. Is there a certain spot that you guys want to set it on the ship?
Oh, Rinkaz and Vidi, would one of you like to do the honors?
It would make sense down by the cargo bay, I would think.
That's true. You could set it down there, and then it'd be a pretty simple move over to the cargo bay if you so chose.
I take a drink and start laughing. Yeah, it's closest to the airlock.
Different definition of dispatch, Rinkaz.
Actually, the ship is fully closed in. We don't actually have anything like an airlock.
Yes,
I try to press the refund button. Where's the airlock room?
There's no airlock room, Rinkaz. We're taking the dispatch.
Alright, fine.
You see Navigator peer over, seeing Rinkaz has sort of imbibed a little, and Navigator just shakes his head. He points to the drink and then back at himself, as if he understands the feeling.
I laugh and say, hey, come join us. Just think, we won't have to go anywhere, Aesop.
He shakes his head and waves his hand as if to say no.
Yes, we won't be going anywhere because we'll be dead, having crashed into an asteroid belt.
He points at you, Aesop.
Keep the booze to yourself, my friend.
I hand you the extra flask.
Thank you.
That's one?
2.
Kui turns to you guys and says, Navigator's ready to head back to the helm. If you guys are ready to begin our trip to the Quagga and then this place, Skorge?
Yeah, that's the plan right now.
Or wherever we need to go for Glace's quest to rescue her sister. A sweeping epic that could take many weeks.
We'll see when the Black Rock gets back to us.
Oh, very, very well. Sure. She kind of says hesitantly, as if to not care, like, okay, wherever you want to go.
Shit.
It's your choice.
That's great. Aesop heads to bed.
Okay. NVD continues showing Jashini around, discovering places himself with Jir on his shoulders. Rinkaz, you continue probably enjoying your drink as well as Glace. Probably get thoroughly plastered. And I will move us back over to the Twixt Expanse map so that you guys can begin your journey. Alright. So, with the quagga displayed on the astrolabe, it will take you 4 days to reach it. It seems as though you guys have already moved the Nimbus 1 space. So the first 24 hours passes. Is there anything you guys would like to do in terms of crafting or anything? You know, you're new
wanted only bad.
Huh.
And yeah, so you do remember Rinkaz mentioning that he was looking for something like that. Although maybe not with the evil stuff, but...
I
Okay.
mean, I could sacrifice Lizzie for some wisdom.
Did I go find Aesop or Rinkaz?
Sure.
Talk to them about the.
Yeah, you find him on the ship. What are you doing, Rinkaz, after a couple hours?
Just relaxing, maybe hanging out in the meditation pool.
Is he still hammered?
Hammered.
Glacé's probably in there too. Are you still in there, Glacé?
Oh my god, if he's in here with me, I'll be talking to him, just loud talking, like loud drunk talking.
You and VD step into a room of two people talking a little bit above normal speaking level to one another.
Isn't this the meditation pool?
And VD, come join us. Look, we're we're out of alcohol at the moment, but come join us, dear. It feels great. The water's warm, right? Oh, yeah, it's warm. It's great.
Maybe in a few minutes. Rinkaz, I have something from when we went in the temple.
What's
Just-
that?
Produce the tome.
It's something similar to what you were looking for about gaining some knowledge and wisdom. But I have a feeling this is a very, very bad book.
Could we dip it in some holy water or something that kill it off?
I don't think that's how it works. I could possibly try my best, but I really don't think that's going to do it. I think this book is kind of along the lines of that thing that Aesop saw. He had a vision about it. Seemed very, very bad. But
Well, there's gotta be
was-
good versions. We could just nuke that one.
oh,
It's just
okay.
a book. You guys are drunker than I am.
Jason, as a player, I want you to know that I am 100% okay with this.
Me too.
I mean, what
I
could
didn't
happen,
read
you
it. What
know?
could possibly happen? It's a book.
A lot of bad things can happen. We were just in a temple where statues came to life and almost killed us.
Yeah, we were in a tomb. We shouldn't belong. Yeah, it was full of bad juju. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But why do we have this book again?
We found it when we were grave robbing.
Oh, wonderful! You know what? I'm gonna go back to this corner over here, and
I'll hold on to it.
I
Just hold
take
on.
a drink and laugh and say, great power, grave consequences.
Glacé, does that thing where she just, dips her entire head underwater after hearing it.
I'll be maybe back later.
I'll leave them be. Hold on to it.
Okay. right, and let me move it up to the token layer so you can actually see the name. There we are. And then
I just imagine Aesop walking through the cargo bay to the dispatch center, like passing by the spirit warrior and just being like,
Oh, jeez. He'd probably be more creeped out by this mirror thing sitting in the center.
Yeah, you pass by Aesop, the
True.
black Mimir skull held in this glass crystalline case, and a large undead spirit warrior that sort of slowly shifts its head to watch as you pass by.
Oh, okay, yeah, I don't like that.
You're able to shift and transition at the base of the cargo room. So yeah, we'll say that the elevator takes you to most other rooms individually, but we'll say specifically, since it kind of makes sense, that the dispatch center is located at the bottom attached end of the cargo bay. You find, Aesop, that for the Dingus 3 there are 2 doors on the opposite sides of the ship. You have to kind of step up on this sort of like cylindrical metal piece to get into the doors. Alternatively, you can climb up top and pop in from what looks like a steel hatch that you can open. And once you pop in, you see it looks to be sort of a comfortably tiny size, but enough for a certain amount of people that could potentially get in here. That whatever entrance you take, you find 3 kind of smaller compartments, in the first of which you find a nice, decent enough chest to hold some valuables in. And then towards the front, you find an interesting looking spelljammer. This one not in the shape of a chair, but instead in the shape of like the, I don't know if there's a specific name, sort of like the pirate wheel. That
yeah, I know what you mean. I don't know if it's...
I don't know if there's a special name to it, but it's exactly like the pirate wheel of a ship at the front. You can see there on the left side of the dispatch center, kind of off the map itself. If you were to pop your head in, you could see in there. So looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
It's got some wear and tear to the outside, but it looks decent enough to be a ship that you guys basically commandeered when you're on the previous Quagga. Good enough to be able to throw some people on and send out. As for the actual rules of the dispatch center itself, here you guys go. That is under your rules.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so essentially, I don't want to read through all of this, but the dispatch center is where followers can be sent out on scavenging missions to probe new planetoids or areas of wild space for goods and loot, including but not limited to natural resources, trade goods, weapons, or armor, and even magic items. These can be attained in a number of ways, from discovering them on their journeys to slaying dangerous foes or even trading with groundling settlements.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, there's a lot of stuff you can do. Well, we can give our crew items that we have so that they're more powerful. Yeah. That's cool.
There are sort of 3 tiers of followers in this game, each of which have certain survivability rates, if you will. Your companions, those of you who are essentially the cards themselves, they don't, as you guys have noticed, they don't necessarily enter into combat a whole lot themselves. These followers are the least expensive. They come from all walks of life, but aren't necessarily equipped to survive the hostilities of space. Think of like Old Ganny, for instance. There is a general crew. These can be hired at most any decent-sized settlement, like a Quagga. And by nature of their trade, they have gained some experience in surviving in wild space. They're cheaper, though less experienced than hands. And finally, the Helper's Hands themselves, they can be hired at any of the Helper's Hands guilds. They're the most expensive follower, but they're well equipped to the life of adventuring, as by their trade. So in that previous room that doesn't have your Dingus 3 in it, there is a interesting looking device in there called a planetary locator. Basically, you use either an investigation or a arcana check to determine information about what pieces of planetoids or ships or creatures that may be nearby as you guys go on your day-to-day travels in the Twixt. You can choose as many people as you want to go on a trek. The wreck boat itself, I'll tell you, as you inspect it, Aesop, you feel that anywhere from up to 5 people can be sent in there on a survey.
Nice.
When you send the ship out to explore an area of the Twixt, a planetoid, or to even just go meet another spelljammer, it's called a survey. So when you send that out, as you mentioned, Luke, you can gear them up. Each of them can hold specifically, they have to make room for the loot that they'll want to bring back to you guys. So provided that they have room for that, they can carry with them 1 weapon, 1 piece of armor or clothing, and 1 handheld item or tool, as well as rations. There's no maximum on that. You want to make sure and give them food as they go out and experience this type of stuff. Basically, you guys will use the piece of the planetary locator in the previous room to survey an area, decide whether or not it makes sense to send a survey out there, gear up some teammates, send them out on this ship, as well as other ships if you decided to try and buy any. This one's kind of small, but you could certainly, if provided enough coin or some type of trade was made, you could probably actually get other ships as well. You send them out, and depending on where they go, if they go to an area that doesn't have a planetoid like a world, then it usually takes about 1 to 3 days. If you send them out to a planetoid itself, which are kind of larger spheres that many creatures call home, it takes them roughly about 1 to 4 days of exploration. That can be extended, however, if they run into complications during the trip. So it's entirely possible during their exploration that a follower on a survey will be injured. This may be from a fight with a monster or attempting to traverse a hazardous environment. While out on a survey, each follower must make a success check to determine how well they survived exploration. This roll is opposed by the risk DC of a mission, so if you send them off to a furnace world where the surface is covered by fire, that may hold a pretty high risk DC.
Oops, they're dead.
As we're sort of like an asteroid belt that doesn't seem to have any particular monsters roaming about that would be dangerous, may have a lower DC. Gearing up your followers with the right items can give them a bonus when making this check. Succeeding the DC means they not only stayed out of danger, but also found some spoils themselves. Failure, or failing a success check by a certain amount, means the followers ran into complications on the trip. This can lead to a lower percentage of returned spoils, and if failed by a certain amount, they can even be injured or worse. Be wary of these facts by making sure to equip your survey with the appropriate gear, such as weapons and even healing items. You could hand one of them a healing potion that may end up being beneficial should they run into trouble. Finally, because they are using a spelljammer itself, they'll return to you guys after their survey has come to completion. And if you give them some type of device so that they can stay in contact with you, remember, you guys inside of your ship, it's in another plane, so you'll need to be outside of your ship to communicate with them. However, you'd be able to communicate and kind of check in, see how things are going. After a number of days, your survey will inevitably, hopefully, return back to your ship with a number of valuables. This will almost always be in the form of coin, natural resources, traded goods, or weird bits. Not all valuables are physical, however, and your survey may also return with new information about a location or person in the Twixt. So essentially, the spoils come in 3 different forms. Well, let me cover this information too. I know it's an info dump, but you can read all this. I'm just trying to hit the highlights before we really look into this. Along with what the full survey finds together, so they're going to kind of find like a group amount of stuff to bring you. Each individual follower has the ability to also have the chance to bring back their own share of found goods. The amount brought back will depend on the number of followers sent out on the survey. So the more hostile the area, the more of an increased chance to bring back items of rare value, including those of magical nature. So when they come back, they can bring you survey spoils, which are goods found by the entire survey. The larger or more abundant the area they explore, the larger this potential spoil will be. There's follower spoils. These are the individual goods that your followers bring back to you. And then information spoil. This may not be treasure per se, like coins, but it may be like information about a new location they discovered, or an interesting area, or potentially information that may help you guys out, like I don't know, missing people, like missing sisters that potentially maybe want to found. Who knows?
We should send someone out for that. Hey, we even have a helping hand to send out now. Thanks.
This is true. This is true. So, take a look at that info. I don't expect you to read through and go through all of it now since we're mid-session, but just keep that as an idea of something that you guys can now do. And as you guys mentioned before, it is possible when you guys are doing something that may not be particularly engaging as an episode of Wyrd and Wyld using Rec, or if you're going to a place that you don't want to necessarily record on Rec, that you could send Rec along with the Dingus 3 or whatever ship you guys end up obtaining out with a survey, and they could potentially record the episode for you as a backup.
Nice.
So, a lot of info I know, but a really cool room, and you guys are getting the ability now to actually have to hire some people on and actually send them out to find some goods for you, depending on who it is you want to end up sending. So, just keep that in mind.
Jashini, now that you've come back and rested up for a day or two, I'd like you to hop on the ship and go to this very dangerous planet and investigate things. You'll be properly compensated, I promise.
Well, I mean, she may not be going anywhere necessarily dangerous if she's looking for Glosse's sister.
I don't think Justini is the best person to put on a boat. Just on this ship that is ours.
What? It's like Nvidi said. She's good for morale.
She's a hustler.
She's good at performances.
Mm-hmm.
She wants your money too. And I don't know, I just maybe a little more faithful. We didn't just meet them and give them all of our money kind of people. We went on that ship.
She is a helper. What are they called? Helper's hand? Helping hand?
Yeah, helper's hand.
Yes.
Yeah. Or a hand.
She is a helper's hand, so she is used to danger. I mean, she survived the temple with us.
I'm not saying she's not used to danger. I'm just saying we might. I mean,
I
if you guys want
understand.
the ship to get stolen, that's on you. I don't care, but it's a
I
possibility.
understand. You want to send someone capable to help find your sister. I know she means a lot to you.
That's right.
Well, if we send anyone to go look for information, I'm sure you'll have the final say on it.
Hopefully we don't need to go save her. Hopefully she's just... I don't know. Hopefully she's just going through some kind of weird I want to be alone journey or something.
I mean, sometimes people need me time, if you know what I mean. Maybe she just dropped off the grid for it.
Chatter knows a lot about me time.
Oh no.
So, with that, after the first 24 hours, you guys have built your cool dispatch center and rested up. Make sure and heal your tokens all the way back to full since you've rested up those who haven't. And the first 24 hours passes. So you guys used 120 Wyrd bits. How much do you have left over?
9.
Alright, 9 left. So just keep that in mind. A lot, but now you have the potential, provided things go well, to it's kind of like that big investment, big returns thing. Provided you're sort of at least somewhat regularly sending out some surveys, you could potentially sort of bring back even more income and more Wyrd bits to sort of supplement all that. So the first day passes. It is quiet in your ship as it is a completely different plane from the outside world. Day 2. Does anyone want to do anything in particular as the second day passes? You do not have to.
Does anyone want me to make them any healing potions or drops of
please.
healing?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, well, greater potion of healing is 100 gold, potion of healing's 50 gold, greater drops of healing is 50 gold. The drops, as a reminder, you could use them as a bonus action in combat rather than an action.
Yeah, can I have a few of the bonus action ones, please?
Yeah, sure. Greater drops of healing. So if you give me 100 gold, I can try to make you some.
Sure.
I will too, please.
Okay. Do you want greater drops or?
Yeah, greater drops.
Okay, greater drops. Anybody want a potion for 100? It heals more, but it costs an action.
I still have some stocked up here.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to make a greater potion of healing for myself.
All right. The DCs
Okay.
for known recipes are lower than their experimentation DCs, so I'm not
And
sure
I'll,
what tier that is, but
So here, yeah, I can get these. I think the drops and potions are pretty low. They're like one of the first 2 tiers.
okay. It should be pretty simple. They're both 11 and 12 respectively.
Can I give Aesop a guidance for a 1d4 when he's making mine?
Sure. Makes total
cool.
sense.
I'll give him a hearty cheering on.
Well, yeah, Hush and I usually make these, so I get another bonus from Hush, which is good.
Well, there you go. Making sure to nail this shit then.
Yeah. Okay. So first of all, it was 2. You needed 2 greater drops of healing in VD.
mean anything right now. You could always see if anyone else recognizes that as well. But if you wanted to keep it to yourself, you could.
I would try to ask Hush when nobody's around.
What are your intentions with my daughter?
A fight.
She's going to make a check herself. She kind of gives you the clawed thumbs up before kind of taking the book in hand and taking a look at the word Fox burned into the page. And because she has to draw so many, due to their small size, they're a little less detailed as the one she just drew. But you see she holds a up to you her chalkboard, and you see as she holds up, it looks as though a sphere with surrounding on the outside edges a number of Tarasques. She then, grabbing the chalkboard, writes in the center of the circle, Fox.
The fuck?
Is this a planet where Tarasque live?
She nods her head.
Oh, what the fuck?
I'm so glad you paid attention in school. Thank you.
You see her feathers ruffle in excitement.
My daughter is so smart.
I hold my hand out for my tome back. So I
She happily hands it
didn't
back
necessarily know I was giving that to anybody to hold, but
to you. Or she took a look at it, whatever way. Yeah.
No, it's okay.
You just show her like the page, and she could draw that up for you.
I
I'm assuming you're still holding on to the tent pit sending stone.
Oh no, Aesop took that.
Yeah, I took it back.
The sending stone begins to shift and shake in your pockets, Aesop.
I grabbed the sending stone. Hello?
This is Leah. Hello. This is Aesop, correct?
Oh yeah, I get out a pad of paper to take some notes.
Yes, I have been able to work out a deal between us. We are happy to begin moving some funds to look into the situation with Glacieur's sister.
Oh,
provided
excellent.
you're able to lend us a hand.
Well, I don't think that should be a problem, I say, looking behind my back.
Nothing monetarily. We're not asking for money. Information for information. How does this sound?
I think that sounds perfect.
I believe you people are headed towards Skorge next?
This is... probably correct.
Good. Well, provided you get there, from the information we were able to supply you with the note that I wrote for you. I'm sorry I could not speak to you in person. Be mindful that the people there are... Well, just be careful while you're there.
We hear it's a fairly unsavory place with a lot of dangerous families.
Yes, however, once you are there, we will be able to find a portal for you to use to reach the 10th pit. If you are willing, we are happy to begin sending out a few nodes and feelers to gather some intel for the location of Glacieur's sister. In return, there is a process that we go through with some of those who we work with. It was similar to what Diedrich went through, an interview, if you will. A few questions to gather some information about the proceedings of your activities, as well as some of the dealings of your past that may prove fruitful for the both of us. If you would be so kind, once you reach Skorge and I am able to discern a proper location for you to interact one-on-one with me here at the 10th pit, if you wouldn't mind submitting you and the rest of the Wyld Tycoons to this interview.
A one-on-one interview?
Well,
with each of us individually?
The whole party. No need for you individually.
Oh, I see. So you would be interviewing at once?
Yes, a few simple questions. But we want to do this in person, is what I mean, not over the Sending Stone divide.
Very well. For now, let's operate under the assumption that we do agree with this, and should the rest of my fellows decide otherwise, I'll be sure to let you know post-haste.
Yes, keep in mind, I have all the necessary paperwork here for you to sign before we start the interview. I don't mean for you to just simply make a verbal agreement. I have everything here that the interview would entail, and just wanted to get the preliminary okay from the rest of you. If you make that decision and wish to provide us with this information, let me know once you reach Skorge, and I'll work out a point of which for you to reach the 10th pit.
I see. Hold on, let me write this in my notes so I don't forget when we get there. I'll mention it to the rest of the group.
Very well. You are headed to Skorge to find out some information, are you not?
I'm headed to Skorge to deal with something from my past that I think has cropped up again quite unexpectedly.
Well, a private matter, I'm sure. Be speaking to you soon, then.
Within the next week or so as we arrive, I suppose.
Very good. Talk to you then.
Yes.
She hangs up.
Well, I guess we're going to Skorge no matter what now. All right, I get with the rest of the group.
Okay, you finish crafting what's left of Sun Kong's stuff, and towards the end of day 3, gather the rest of the group up.
Hello, everyone. So, 10th Pit got back to me.
Did they have any answers? Did they find her?
They said that they would be happy to send out, I think, feelers, they called them, to, ascertain where your sister may be. However, they did, of course, want something in return.
Give them anything. What they want.
They just wanted an interview with us.
Oh, an interview.
What more do they need to know?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I feel like they probably know a lot more about us than we'd be comfortable with, but
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I to be perfectly honest, I have no idea. But I figured it's a small price to pay for your sister's safety, Glace.
Yeah.
What would they want to know? Maybe where the Twixt came from, and where.
Why would they be asking us that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we know where it came from, and we know what was
Yes.
inside of Pandora's box, and
Why would they be asking us? Like,
Again, a very good question. But yes, I figured it would be fine, right? That way we don't have to send any of our own crew to go out to look for her, and if anyone could dig up the information, it's them.
yeah.
And it'll get us right back to Scourge, so that's not
Yes, it would get us right to Skorge.
Whatever demons they summon to find her is fine. We'll just I'm sure it'll be fine. But at least I'll find my sister.
Indeed.
bad. Of course.
Very important family.
Family and home.
I should remind you, Skorge is not my home, and you seem to be under the impression that I'm from Udu, actually.
Heading back home to Skorge.
I can't wait to see your home.
It's not. I've never been there.
I wink at Hong Kong.
Don't.
I wink.
Stop it.
Wait, they say home is where the heart is, but you collect so many of them already. Do you have a collection there?
I was gonna say, where do you think he keeps them? At home.
I can't tell.
On Skorge.
I can't tell who's fucking with me now at this point, and who honestly believes that Skorge is my home and are just not listening to me.
Hush will be so excited. Should we tell her?
She'll get to see where she grew up and all the playgrounds. School.
Aesop just walks up to Rinkaz, and says very sternly, "Hush is not to set foot on Skorge."
Ah, empty nest. Gotcha. Don't worry. I hand him the flask and pat him on the back and say, "It's all right. We still have a few days. Relax."
Would she want to see her home?
Okay, the joke is very funny, Sun Kong, but she is not leaving the ship once we are on Skorge. Do I make myself clear?
I mean, I guess.
We'll tell Kui to make sure nobody comes in or out but us.
Good.
Because that's worked so many times in the past.
And if anything happens, we have the other ship, and she can, her and the others can get away in case anything bad happens. Just think, we have plans in case of the worst.
Oh. This is a good point, Rinkaz. We could send her off on a low-risk adventure while we finish all this ugliness on Skorge. She'd be perfectly safe that way.
And she knows plenty about books, and I'm looking for a book.
A return to the college. An excellent idea.
Do you think she'll be okay with that?
I don't see why not. Unless she's hiding something from me, but not Hush. She's too sweet for that.
It's not like his father.
Transform into,
Well, no, of course not. I would never administer a serum to her that would put her life in danger in any way. She's an ordinary Kinku. Well,
Just like
I shouldn't
you.
say I shouldn't say ordinary. She's extraordinary, my daughter.
But who
Just like you.
But not in the same way I am. Not in the same way Subject 22 is.
Personally, I wouldn't want to send her by herself, no matter what's going on. But
Of course, we would send others
Well,
with her.
no.
but maybe Inoki and Gani. I mean, I know they're a little rough around the edges, but they do have vast knowledge.
I imagine they would fit in just fine at the college. Old Gani may as well be a professor there, as far as I'm concerned.
Bless that woman.
Can you move us back to the ship, Jason? I'm trying to remember if there's anyone else that we could send with them.
I can tell you who else could go.
Okay, that works.
I help his hands.
Jashini, Slime, you guys have Chatter.
Inoki?
Inoki, Lizzie, Chunk, Zeke,
Stray goes to
Stray.
college.
Oh, I think Stray has to go. I think that is a great idea.
I'm sure Stray had a great time in college. Hacky
Oh.
sack and puka necklaces.
Stray was fucking bitches.
I could just see one of the classrooms with a cardboard sign that says Botany 101.
Botany.
Okay, how about Inoki, old is it Gani or Granny? I forgot.
Oh,
Old
Gani.
Gani.
Yeah.
Yeah, Inoki, old Gani, Hush, Chunk,
Stray?
and Stray.
Oh, fun.
Whole crew. And it's a nice, safe adventure. There's nothing wrong at the right, Jason. There's nothing wrong that I know of at the college.
I mean, not that you've heard.
Okay, that's the important part. Is not that I've heard.
You know that there is a trial that entails with graduation that has a certain amount of possible danger included, but she's not going to partake in this trial. If
Of
you were
course
just to
not.
send
Of
her
course
there.
not.
And besides, they'll have Rec with them, so I'll know everything that they've done. It's like a chaperone. It'll be like a fun little road trip adventure, and then Rec just won't be with us when we get to Skorge.
You know, that might
Why
be
shouldn't Rec be with us at Slagonia?
Because he'll be with the other group, of course, Sun Kong. I was very clear on that.
Oh, I just thought it sounded like you didn't want him with us.
Oh, no, of course, no reason. I just figured, let's give the viewers, a little bit of comedy and brevity to all of our dour skulking around and
It's
killing.
the side character episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a B story or a
It's
C.
the B story. A good point. The next generation of Wildmon.
It's one of those no stakes, kind of a more comedy episode.
A slice of life, if you will. Anyway, I'll mention it to Hush tomorrow when we're working on our next potion.
Yeah, maybe at the end it'll be a love story, and Stray and Hush will hook up.
Ugh.
Oh, that's don't talk about Hush like that, please. That's disturbing. Don't
That's our
want to think
daughter
about
we're
it.
talking about.
Are we married now?
I mean, we helped watch over her.
Well, that's true. You all did serve as
Before we even knew you.
guardians, I suppose.
We're like one big family, and some mystical force is like our father, our daddy, you could say.
Yeah, you could say that there's sort of a master that it presides over us.
Yeah, master. Yeah.
All right, I'll mention it to her tomorrow. We can get this little side adventure going, and you just let them know whatever it is they're looking for, Ridcat.
Sure.
D3 draws to a close. Everyone heads to their respective rooms to head to bed. And with that, let's take a quick break. Well, just a little 5-6 minute pee break. So, you guys all went to sleep for the third day, getting ready to move into the fourth day. But don't move the ship yet.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even get to make my potion. Fuck. I make mayonnaise.
Gross.
Aesop, make a
Uh-oh.
perception check, please, based on sound.
Oh, sound. I don't get a bonus to that. I don't hear nothing. It's a 7.
Does Hush sleep in the same room as you, Aesop, or does she sleep in the barracks?
I think she's in the barracks. I think the crew room is... Also, that's... I don't know. That's weird. I don't think...
Yeah,
Aesop
she
would
wouldn't
do
want
that
to
in
sleep
the
with her dad.
Yeah.
Okay. You ruffle around in bed. It's a little difficult to get to sleep. You kind of crane open an eye and peer around, and then it falls back to sleep. Glacé.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on just a second.
I'm sweetly sound asleep, dreaming of all my boyfriends and girlfriends.
As the knife reaches your throat.
Hello,
Oh my
my future girlfriend. This is what I sound like.
Yes, get the rope.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Where are we? It's black.
It's very
Daddy,
black.
I can't see anything.
It's very dark. If you'll zoom over to the right side of the map.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God.
You have not appeased Daddy. He has given you darkness.
Oh no.
You hear a voice in your mind, Glacé. You think at first maybe it's some type of dream or something. It sounds unrealistic at first, but then, you know, to just have this voice appear in your mind without it being a dream or something like that, something you imagine, but you're drawn from your sleep as you hear a familiar voice, although now speaking common, say, Glacé. Glacé.
Well, what?
It's
Why are you
me.
in my dreams?
It's the navigator.
Get out!
This isn't a dream, Glacé. I need you to wake up quickly. Wake up the rest of the crew quickly.
Oh, okay. Is everything okay?
No. There are creatures on board.
Okay.
I don't have time to explain. We've been trying to keep an eye on these creatures. A rival clan, if you will. They're out for information on the ship. I've made a promise to the arcane man to keep that information safe. There isn't a whole lot of time left before they get what they need and try to get off. I tried contacting Kuri, but she isn't answering. Please. I've been able to determine that I believe one is in the mission control room, one is in the cargo bay, and I sense that one is heading my way.
Can you put lockdown or anything like that on?
No, not without Kuri's help.
Oh. Okay, hide. I'll wake up the others.
I'm also sending those who I can. I've used my telepathy to wake up Old Gani, Inoki, Chunk, and Dashini, and sent them to the elevator. It'll pull those rooms respectively to you, but Glacé, listen. I don't believe you'll have time to fight them all at once. You'll need to split up and take the 3 of them down.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. Anything else we should know, weapon-wise or mind-wise, like power-wise, what they do?
Just be careful. I don't have time to relay too much more information. It's here. Quickly, Glacé, go!
I go up to the door and I try to quietly open it.
Okay. As you take a step up, it quietly, the steel door shifts open.
Oh, excuse me.
I would like to quietly head to Invidi's room and see if the door's open. If it's not, I'll knock on it.
Okay.
Quietly as I can.
you guys know that just, besides if someone wants particular privacy, that these doors have sort of like a arcane sensor in them that shifts open when you walk close. So you could like knock at the wall nearby to give them some privacy, Glacier, or you could just walk up to the door and have it open.
Oh, if I can, I just want to have it open.
It opens.
Nvidi. I'm like patting Jira and Nvidi on like the head and the. Hey. Wake up.
What?
Listen, we have to.
What?
Yes,
What?
wake up! I slap him.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah, shush. We have to hurry. There are invaders on the ship. After information, the navigator told me, he's in trouble. Kui is unresponsive, and we have to wake up the others. And we have to also potentially split up. So,
Okay. Where do you need me to go?
I'm like trying to pull him out of bed as well. You go wake up the bird, Aesop, and I'll go get this monkey.
Jira, go with Glacé. Give me a minute to figure out what she's trying to say.
Be careful, be quick. There's invaders. Everyone stick together. They're after information, pretty much.
All right, you now have a parrot dragon.
Parrot dragon!
Glacier, also remember that you have those earrings of communication.
Oh, well, I'll try those if they're wearing them. I want control of Jira.
Oh yeah, you want control of Jira, huh? You want
Yeah.
control of this little thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, you got it.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of bang on this door as I come in.
There's a rapping at your door that rustles you from sleep, Aesop, as you see opening
Just
your
stand in the
eyes.
doorway. Aesop. Hey.
Oh, hey, what's going on, Nvidi?
We gotta go. Glacé had a bad dream or something. Grab your...
Oh, okay.
I don't understand either.
I kind of stumble out of bed and like stumble over to my cane. Aesop's in like one of those old timey nightgowns with like the nightcap.
Yes.
Glacier, you walk into Sun Kong's room.
Sun Kong. I'm gonna like take the pillow out from under his head,
Nothing
and then I want to
happens.
put it over his mouth so he doesn't scream. You gotta be quiet.
It takes quite a... It actually takes a probably close to a minute. But Sun Kong, you're thrust from your sleep. I think you have that apeling trait that a certain amount of damage doesn't wake you up. He's a heavy sleeper, Glacé, but he wakes up a little later than you wanted him to, with a pillow over his face, but he does.
I didn't want to hit him because I didn't want him to knock me across the room. Okay, Sun Kong, you have to be very quiet. We are under attack. The things are a tribe or something after the information of the ship. Kui's unresponsive. The navigator is in trouble. Yeah, we have to very quietly.
Okay.
Is everything okay, Gla?
No, it's not okay, Aesop. We have invaders on the ship, and they're after information. Kui's not responsive, and the navigator's in trouble.
Nvidi said you had a bad dream.
It's not a... I want to, march up to Nvidi, push him out of the way, and wake up Rinkas. I'm not dreaming, Nvidi. Rinkas, wake up.
I jump up, grab my rifle, and shoot the locker.
No! Absolute... You were going to shoot me!
It's a loud ring through the hallways.
Oh no, they know. Okay, alright, listen. Maybe they didn't hear it. Maybe it's fine.
I run out and post up here on a knee, ready to shoot anything that comes through the door that isn't the navigator.
Okay.
Ship member.
Glossy, what are we doing? What's going on?
Whoa.
Okay, so this is I kind of relay to them what the navigator told me. And the weird thing is that he said that we need to kind of split into groups, I guess. A group. I don't know.
Okay, where did you say they were?
One is definitely, or I don't know how many, are definitely in the room, the navigation room, the control room, and
Cargo bay.
thank you, cargo bay.
Alright. This duelist still has some duels left in me. Let me go take care of the one in the navigator. All down to the others.
I'll go to the cargo bay.
Yeah, go in the cargo bay, hop inside the giant dead bug thing, and fucking wreck something.
I think we should go save the navigator, as well.
Well,
that's
what
we have to
Aesop's
split up.
doing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then I'll go to the. What's the one left? I'll go there.
Navigation room.
Yeah, the navigation room.
Your weird alien friend told us all about it, Old Ganny says. You want us to accompany any of you?
I guess, yeah, since we have to split up, let's everybody have somebody.
Who's going with who? Old Ganny says.
I think I should go with Sun Kong and take Chunk with us.
Okay.
Okay, sure. I hope I can be of use.
I think I don't know. I mean, you guys, you're not fighters, are you?
Oh, we have our own powers, each of us.
I have. To everyone, I can't bring anyone, so it's up to you guys to choose.
Alright, Inoki, you're with me.
Okay, you got it.
Aesop's already cut his hand open and his cane is on fire.
Rifle out, locked, loaded.
Stop, are you going solo? With Inoki?
Yeah, Aesop is confident he can handle himself.
Alright.
I was gonna say, why don't you go with Glace?
Yeah. Jashini and I'll go with you, Glace.
Okay, very well. Am I going with anyone? Is anyone going to take me?
You can come with us, Old Ganny.
Alright, I'll go with you,
Sure.
monkey boy. Alright. Aesop, you are headed towards the
Navigator.
The elevator is bringing these rooms, all three of them respectively, to you.
Neat.
So the spell jamming helm is headed your way, Aesop. There is mission control who is heading there,
Glace and Nvidi.
and then Ringkaz, Sun Kong, you guys were heading to the cargo bay.
Yes.
Alright. I am going to put you guys in your respective places real quick as the elevator reaches those levels. Whoops, we don't want to grab all of that. There we go. Aesop, you step into the spelljamming helm room as the sort of hexagonal pieces of the wall shift and open, revealing the path inside. Inoki following with you. You see the navigator sort of using the spelljamming helm.
Holy shit, what is that?
Using it as like a makeshift thing to sort of shift out of the way of. As a very large looking creature. Its central body looks to be made up of like clockwork brass. There seems to be some type of faceplate on the front. It looks to you standing on spindly, long, steel-like legs. A number of sort of apparatus-like arms with drills, saws, and what seem to be grabbing devices. As it shifts towards you, the center plate of the round sort of body of the clockwork makeup shifts down, and you just see a large mouth extend out. And it shifts back in before the steel pulls up.
Oh god.
Nvidi, Glace, as you guys reach mission control, you step in and see a similar creature. One of the appendages of the creature has been jutted into the astrolabe in front of it, and it seems to be doing something to it. There is a sort of fizzle in the planetary glow of the bodies on sort of the astrolabe that generally displays pretty clearly. It looks your way and begins to crawl towards you. Finally, Sun Kong and Rinkaz, you guys entering into the cargo bay, see a similar creature grabbing one of its claw-like appendages at the crystalline box that holds the black Mimir skull inside, extending a drill-like hand as if ready to drill inside before turning to meet your eyes. They each use their long tendril-like legs to shift the position towards you and get ready to attack. Please roll me initiative.
Cap. Not bad. Not great, but not bad.
Ooh. That's a bad luck roll, son.
Yeah.
Somebody roll a
Why are there
one?
I rolled
three
a
of
1.
these? You keep adding and feeding in Glace.
No. Why are they selected this whole time? What the fuck?
There's so many of them.
There's so many of them.
We're multiplying.
I'm Daddy's favorite.
You're
Father,
all,
Son, and the Holy Ghost.
you're all my favorite. Okay. Let's take a look here. Whoops, I may have accidentally punched that in for you, Aesop.
Wow.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Wow.
Everybody got their... Oh, and Beatty.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Rolled a 1 on initiative because I'm still asleep.
Natty 1.
Mhm.
He still thinks Glace is just having a bad dream.
Will you grab this card for me, buddy?
Ah, okay. I need to read it.
This card can be played by the GM at any time. Fail a skill check. You just hold
That's
on
a
to that.
dick move.
Hang on just a second. I'm actually arranging these in a specific way. Glace. Poor and Beatty. And then Rinkaz. Okay. So this is actually by room. Still using your descending action, your descending initiative.
Oh, neat.
Very cool.
So that we kind of keep the action contained to each of the rooms. Aesop, a large offensive-like creature with multiple appendages that some look worse than others is attempting to assault the navigator. Now seeing you enter the room, looks towards you. Knowledge checks are free. You're up first.
Yeah. Did you say it had a faceplate?
There's like some type of steel faceplate that descended just a second to reveal some type of squishy mouth within.
Does it look like he can see through that, or he's like using that part of his body to see?
A possibility, although it looks to be made of pure steel.
Okay. Well, I'll have to give that a try at some point. Other than that, can I make like a some kind of check to see if that faceplate looks like it's rip-offable? Like,
Okay.
like if it's...
Sure.
I don't know what this would be, though. Like, in nature?
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a 16.
Whew. With enough force, yes, but it looks like it's made up of the rest of the clockwork body and would take probably a pretty decent strength check to do.
Okay. So probably not going to happen then. I look to the navigator and I say, can you kill the lights in this room?
He says, "Cool."
Fuck. Alright, I'm just going to charge at this guy then, and I'm going to take 2 swings with the old rapier.
Alright, he jumps out of the way as you do so.
Yeah. It's going to be 16 to hit for the first one.
That hits.
It's going to be, I think piercing probably is going to be better against this guy, so I'm going to try to pierce around his faceplate for 13 piercing damage and 6 fire damage.
Oh, nice.
It's magical piercing, if that matters.
It may. Who knows?
And hey, you know what? Let's do a bonus action to do branding smite.
Oh shit! Okay.
Hey!
Yeah.
And with D&D Beyond, I can look it up right away. All right. So, wait, what was it branding smite or searing smite?
Searing smite. That's it.
Searing smite. So more fire damage. Yeah, I'm down with that. All right. So I cast searing smite, and the flames around my cane are even flamier, I guess.
Sure.
So I will try to strike it again. Here comes
Sounds
the pain. Ooh, dang, I wish I had advantage for that. So yeah, that's an 18 to hit, 11 piercing damage, 1 fire damage, and he is affected by Searing Smite unless he makes a Constitution saving throw. DC 16.
12 overall, is it?
It's 12 overall, yeah.
Okay. The outer casing lights up with a certain amount of flame. The tendril-like legs of the creature begin to shift around more erratically. You need me to make that check now or on his turn?
Yeah, he makes it... So first of all, from the smite, he takes an additional 3 fire damage, and then he has to make the con save or he catches on fire.
Okay, let's see here. 17.
Ah, dang, he beat it by 1. Okay, well, he took the extra 3 damage, that's fine.
The flames seem a little bit hard to catch on the metallic nature of the outside of this body, although it still seems doable.
Hey, I could try it again next time. I think that's it for me.
He shifts towards you. Let's see here. Actually, let me see. Let's do this. Give me just a second. Good old spells.
D&D Beyond.
The faceplate lowers as he number of sort of like where the bottom of his chin would be a number of small tentacles, fleshy in nature, shift out. He wails in the air.
Now, when he does that, can I see the eyes like in the picture?
I would say yes.
Okay. In that case, I am going to use my reaction to throw an amplified vial of blood in his stupid face.
Okay.
So I take some damage because I have to bleed, but he has disadvantage on his next 2 attacks.
He screeches. The sound of the wail reverberates through the room. I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okie dokie. Let me go ahead and take my damage. I bled out for a lot, apparently. Fuck.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh.
Wisdom save. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that is going to be a 21.
Oh, fuck. You sense there was a striking feeling of fear that ran through your back spine, but you, seeing the navigator in trouble, easily sort of drown it out, hoping to continue assaulting this creature. Let's see here. It finally is going to take one of the whirring blades as one of its appendages and runs it towards you.
It has disadvantage on that.
The spattering in its eye. I'm not even kidding. I rolled twice.
Fuck
Both
you,
were
Jason.
natty 20s.
You, Jason.
I'm not even kidding. I'll
You.
do the print screen and save it in Paint or something.
Fuck me.
Let's see.
Daddy, no.
Can you please roll me a 1d6, please?
I knew we should have made the hospice instead. I told you all it was an idea.
A 5. It catches you in the left leg, and you have disadvantages to ability checks for that leg as it cuts in pretty deep. Also dealing, let's take a look here, a total of 12 slashing damage.
Okay, that's not as bad as it could have been.
I hear the noise and I say, look to Sun Kong and say, hey, it sounds like Aesop's in trouble. Let's make this quick.
Always
You guys.
make short work.
With that, we now shift down to Glosse. Down in the mission control room. You're up. Nasty looking creature has one of its appendages stuck into the astrolabe.
Okay.
Kui is nowhere to be found.
You get away from our daughter! I'm going to... First, I want to check this thing. Does it seem like something... we... Are they similar to the things that were in Vector V? Are they completely different?
Make a check.
Like, nature check, I guess?
Sure.
Oh, Glosse, you sweet, beautiful performer. I rolled a 2, so that's gonna be
Yeah, what's your total?
a 4.
You are unsure. These creatures look totally alien.
Okay, well, it's after Kui, and I can't let that happen, so I'm gonna first cast Unearthly Beauty on myself.
Okay.
And
Swirling motes shift around your body. Jashini goes, oh, the beauty of this one.
so that increases my armor class, and I'm going to use a... You know what? I'll go ahead and just use... I don't know what we're dealing with, so we'll do a... Heartache on him.
Okay.
So he just has to make a charisma saving throw. 17.
He fails.
Great. He's gonna take 5d6 psychic damage. 5d6. Oops, sorry. 5d6. So 18, and I moved 5, 10, 15, 25.
You watch as the spindly metallic legs slowly approach, kind of curving around the astrolabe. You throw a finger his way and try to look within him, giving him a sense of heartache. It's difficult to tell what effect it had.
Okay, I tell him to get away from the astrolabe, and I'm done.
Okay. Next up is its turn. You try to do something nasty to it. You watch as it shifts sort of like moving, like think of like Doc Ock as a number of its sort of legs, kind of some grabbing the floor, some grabbing the astrolabe, kind of pulling it closer to you, Glace. It is going to try and strike you with a whirling blade for 13 versus AC.
Nope.
A pronged scepter shifts up over its back and juts towards you.
Ooh.
For 12 versus AC.
Nope.
Finally, another one of its appendages outstretches, almost forming from a collapsed nature, seems to be a large-looking rod that it tries to bash down on you. For 7 versus AC.
No.
Oh, you fucked up. You kind of quickly using the astrolabe area near you, as well as your distracting beauty, kind of shift, twirling out of the way of its attacks.
You sure one of those wasn't a 20, Jason?
None of them were 20s. None of them were 20s. Let's see. Alright. With that, its turn is done. And Vidi, you're up.
Yeah, so this is a training exercise, Jashini.
Oh, okay. It doesn't
nothing
seem
will-
like that.
Totally a training exercise. Glace woke us all up. I don't. While looking directly at Jashini, I just want to raise my hand and fire Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Not paying attention at all because I rolled a 1.
Oh, no.
Oh.
On the initiative. I didn't roll yet.
Oh, good. We're all collectively sad for a second.
Yeah, so 2 Eldritch Blasts going to come out of my right hand. First one for 25 versus AC.
Oh, hits.
For 6. Did roll the 1. For 6 force damage.
Okay.
I want to push it back away from the console 10.
You see one of the appendages, Glace, that had been sort of jut into the steel of the astrolabe is wrenched free as it is thrown back. 10 feet, is that it?
Yeah.
So.
And then next
10.
Eldritch Blast. 21 versus AC.
Totally hits.
For 9 force damage.
Okay.
And push it back another 10.
Oh, shit. 2 radiant-looking blast Glace kind of fly by you and smash into the creature as it is nearly thrown against the walls. You hear the scraping of metal as its like tentacle-like appendages, as the feet sort of try to grip onto the flooring as it's thrown back by the blast from, as you kind of turn back, seeing Vidi pointing a hand, talking to Dashini. Anything else in Vidi?
I'll move. Say, see.
Just training exercise. I wasn't even looking at it.
Dashini sort of like raises an eyebrow towards you, Glace, kind of seeing if you confirm this.
I guess if when Jashini goes to look at Glace's already raised her eyebrow and is staring at Nvidi like, what the fuck?
She just nods. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it for me.
All right. Down in the cargo bay, Rinkaz.
Let it die. I'm gonna shoot it.
You have to kill it though first.
I'm gonna shoot it.
All right.
So that's what I'm good at. I'm gonna use my rifle. Nine plus 11, 20?
That hits.
$14 total.
You pierce into the clockwork armor of the creature, doing a pretty decent amount of damage.
Attack again.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
For 6. I'd like to use my action surge to attack again.
All right.
17 hit
That hits.
Fuck him up.
for 14 damage.
Nice. Another loud shot rings out as it pierces the side of the round body of the clockwork creature.
I'm gonna overcharge my rifle on my last shot.
All right.
And hell, screw it. I need to hit it and kill it, so I'm gonna use my for advantage.
Nice. Okay.
Because we're not in the ocean or on the ground, so sea legs doesn't help me.
All right. The gun heats up in your hands as you turn some knobs, overpowering it. Ruh-roh.
Wow. Why is everything like this?
Oh, look, it's an 18.
That gives you advantage, though, so
Good.
you're lucky. That hits.
So that's 13 and... Oh, a D12 and you give me a 2, really? So 15 total.
Okay. A series of shots rings out from your weapons, Rinkaz. Sun Kong, you see them impact the creature. A high amount, there's like a whistling noise as steam and smoke begins to pour from some of the like dented and broken openings of the body of whatever this mechanical creature is. With that, anything else, Rinkaz?
I'm gonna move a little bit closer.
All right.
And kind of taunt at it. I mean, I know it's not doing anything, but RP-wise, I'd like to taunt at it.
Sure, sure. You do this, gaining its attention as it begins to shift over, crawling past the Mimir box and reading its various appendages. It thrusts a... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yell to Sun Kong, flank.
It thrusts a whirling blade your way for wow. 6 versus AC.
No.
I like how all the ones that didn't have disadvantage are just missing the shit out of everyone.
Really bad low rolls. Why don't I actually roll? Why don't I roll my birthday die, huh? These other two. A pronged spear jets your way, Rinkaz, for a whopping 12 versus AC.
Sorry.
Finally, a bashing rod is thrust towards your head. This time for 17 versus AC.
19 armor class, sorry.
Oh shit, you just parry it as it kind of catches against your body. Not enough to actually deal any physical damage though. Nice. Alright. Sun Kong, you're up.
I'll run around it
Okay.
and attack with my Chaos Blade. No, I'm gonna use my quarterstaff.
Okay.
Nice.
27 to hit.
Oh shit, nice. Yeah, that hits.
Alright, and... Alright, and since I'm hitting with a melee weapon attack, I'm going to spend a key point to make it a stunning strike. Target must succeed Constitution saving throw or be stunned until end of your next...
Alright, fair enough. Con saving throw?
Yes.
Alright. 22.
I think that fails.
Oh, Jesus.
I just want to make sure I understand this correct. My key save DC
is 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier. Your proficiency bonus is your level, right?
No.
No.
It's
That's
plus
your
4
plus
right
4.
Oh, okay, so it's 12. Alright, it's 15, so yeah, you beat it. Sorry.
Okay.
Alright, that's fine. So the damage though.
You smash
8
into
damage.
it with your quarterstaff. There's a reverberation that sort of fills the body, the sort of clockwork body of the creature, but it still seems to shift and move around as if unstunned. But it does take that damage that you deliver to it.
Alright, so that missed, but I will spend another key point to activate my flurry of blows as a bonus action.
Okay.
19 and 23 to hit. Do those both hit?
They both hit.
And so another 13 and then another 14 damage.
Another 13 and another 14 damage.
So I did 8, 13, and 14. So I did what? 30? No. Go away, cat.
You smash into the clockwork body with a volley of blows. Steam begins to shoot out as parts of the clockwork body are just thrown off. You kind of just see this just lightning fast strikes come from Sun Kong's hand, Rinkaz, as the clockwork body sort of descends, falling onto the ground. There
Good, it can
is
stay there.
a
Oh,
shifting noise as you see something pulling itself out from underneath the body.
Ew.
Can I make some sort of check to see if it's gonna try to run away or if it's gonna attack us?
Sure. Make like
what would
an
that be?
insight check to try and read its body language in terms of what it'll do. A small,
Oh, not bad.
fleshy
Okay,
looking
let's
creature.
see. Insights plus 7. Awesome. 17.
You kind of stare at this multi-limbed, fleshy-looking creature that has sort of a large, gaping mouth and a couple eyes on its face, and what looks to be like a massive, maybe like either its head or brain at the top. You get the sense that this creature probably crawled out of the armor and is making motions as if to try and stay away from the two of you.
Okay. I don't know if I should just straight out attack it, or do we think we should like capture it, Rinkaz?
I could throw it at my cage, and we could keep this one. I don't think
Okay.
it'll get out.
Alright, so I'm gonna attack it, but it's gonna be non-lethal.
Okay.
And 26 hits. So
26 hits.
with my flurry of blow. Alright, so all 3 attacks hits. So 14 damage,
It's unconscious.
11 damage, 12 damage. So 10, 20, 35, 37 damage? Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
All
fucking
non-lethal, though.
Christ.
It's just small brain.
I don't want to kill it, I just want to knock it out.
Just slides out of there and you beat the living crap out of it with
A
a stick.
massive
Why did you come?
volley of blows striking this small creature, Sun Kong, as you just bash into it, trying not to strike vital areas and just trying to kind of knock it out. It almost nearly topples over. A lot of its eyes kind of bruised and beaten from your volley. It barely stands, but still does.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. Holy fuck. Alright, you roll back up the top, Aesop.
Alright, I'm gonna cast my second use of Searing Smite, and I'm gonna lay into this motherfucker.
Alright.
Kind of wincing now that my leg is injured again.
Is it the same leg?
No, it's the other leg, luckily.
He's gonna need a
18.
wheelchair.
I don't know why I didn't use my macro, but that's an 18 to hit.
Hits.
And that is going to be 15 piercing and 2 fire damage, and also an additional 6 fire damage, boy. From the smite.
Launch into it with a series of strikes, supplemented by your fiery cane.
So yeah, that's going to be 8 fire, 15 piercing, and he has to make 16 con save.
Oh shit! Again.
Yeah. I mean,
all right. 10.
That's what it do. He's on fire.
This time, the clockwork body catches fire as the jets of steam seem to be a little flammable and light up.
Cool. So, on a failed save. Cool. Okay, so at the start of... Oh, wow, neat. I actually read this wrong. We can just treat it like this in the future. The con save is to stop being on fire. It always is on fire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that's good to know. Okay, and each time it fails the save to put itself out, it takes another d6.
So immediately it's going to take this d6. Let's see. I'll let you roll that if you'd like.
Well, no, I did. It's the
the full 6. Okay.
It's at the end of each of its turns. It makes the roll again.
Oh,
it takes
gotcha.
another d6 if it fails. Anyway, second attack is a 14 to hit. This might miss.
Just hits.
Oh shit! It's a 9 piercing and 1 fire damage.
The creature nearly buckles under the weight of the attacks.
But that's it for Aesop.
It shifts. No, it's going to stay here and attempt to launch into you with a volley of attacks.
This first attack is disadvantage because I amplify.
Oh shit. 13 versus AC as a warring blade cuts past you.
It's gonna miss.
A sharp, pronged scepter tries to pierce into your abdomen for unnatural 20.
Fuck you, Jason. that hits.
Such bullshit.
Poor Aesop. I'm not doing this on purpose. Take 9 piercing damage. And a distending rod tries to bash into you for
Jason.
unnatural, but 20
Jason.
again.
Fuck you.
It is
Did
unnatural.
you do something to offend Jason?
I think I did. This is about the bloody Aesop stuff.
I'm not being dishonest. I go with the rolls. This is 9 bludgeoning damage as the dog bashes into you. However, it has to make the save now to try and end the fire.
At the end of each of its turns.
Okay, and if not, it takes damage.
It takes
correct?
another d6. Yeah.
Okay, so let's try to see if it can end this. 15. Does that save?
This is a fail by 1.
A fail by 1.
Yeah.
The
1 fire
clockwork creature. I mean, that is literally all you needed. The clockwork creature collapses. You watch as the compartment that held the mouth opens up, and a small creature, probably where you saw the inside of the mouth and multi-eyes, pulls itself out.
Yeah, this thing's fucking dead. I'm just gonna kill it as soon as I get the opportunity.
It gives you a menacing eye, an alien eye.
About to give it a menacing cane.
With that, Glosse, you're up in the mission control room.
Okay. Does this panel astrolabe look damaged at all, or like?
You can see the dent where one of its appendages tried to jut inside. It's difficult to tell without making some type of I don't know. You could do like an investigation check, but you'd probably need to be outside of combat to really make sure that it's not fucked up.
Okay. I am going. Can I try to talk to it?
Sure.
Okay, you big ugly freak, what are you after?
It does not respond. It kind of continues
Fine.
shifting around on its multi-leg appendages.
I'll say, why are you talking to the test dump?
Drop the act, Nvidi. This is serious, boy. I'm going to hit it again with another heartache.
Okay.
Yeah. So charisma saving throw, DC 17.
Chariz saving throw, DC 17. It rolls an 18.
Give one creature disadvantage on its next d20. Fuck! Okay, I should... whatever. Okay. Well... I guess... I'm done. I'll move one more, just to make sure it doesn't get close to the astrolabe. I'm done.
Okay, fair enough. It... let me check something here real quick. It points one of its appendages towards you, and Glace, you feel the sensation as though you're being lifted up off the ground. Please make a strength. Let me see here. Make me like a base strength check, whatever your just sort of base strength is.
My base strength?
Yeah.
Okay. 11? I didn't roll too high.
Oh, neither did this creature. You feel as if your body was being lifted in the air, but you sort of twist around, grabbing on the cladder, and pull yourself back down. The clockwork creature begins to shift more radically and runs your way, attempting to catch you with one of its whirring blades, seeing that the previous action did not work for 16 versus AC.
No.
Damn.
The motes seem to just catch its attention enough to just whiz by as you sort of gracefully kind of do like a limbo type of thing, dodging the spinning whirring blade. With that, Nvidi, you're up.
Are you sure this isn't a training exercise? I mean, you woke us up in the middle of the night.
No, it's not a training exercise, Nvidi.
Funny prank. Can I shoot 2 more Eldritch Blasts at it, please?
All right.
$13 versus AC.
13. Your blast goes just a bit wide, hitting the wall behind it.
19 versus AC.
That one hits.
Seven force damage.
Nice, okay.
And that will... Yeah, I'll slide up here. That'll be the end of my turn.
The creature begins to shift. There is a sparkling energy that begins to surround its body, Glace.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Does
It's
it
gonna
look,
self-destruct. Fucking kill it.
yeah, does it look like it's
No.
sparking? Like, or does it look like it's energy, like...
It looks like some type of
Magic.
perhaps magical essence that's beginning to surround it.
Okay.
And
Can I do...
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead.
never mind.
You can make a check
Can I-
if you want.
Can I do an Arcana check?
Yes, please.
Can I assist?
Yes, you can.
Hey.
You have advantage, Glace.
Okay, fuck. God, fuck. Okay, that's gonna be... an 11, again.
You aren't sure exactly what the creature is trying to do in terms of the specific spell, but it looks as though it is attempting to use some type of magic to teleport.
Fucking
Mm,
kill it.
Let him go!
Fucking
Yes.
kill it.
I'm gonna have to hold you down.
And anything else from NVD?
I don't think I can do anything else.
If not, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm looking through my bag of tricks. I don't think I have anything else.
Yeah, keep taking a look and we'll see next turn. We'll shift down to the cargo bay. Rinkaz, there is a much smaller looking creature that sort of crawled out of a steel hatch opening from the, what you guess, kind of front, the face, some type of face plate at the front.
Is it unconscious?
It is barely standing from the volley of blows that Sun Kong just smashed into it with.
I'm gonna go over and beat the hell out of it until it's unconscious.
Okay. Make me some type of attack check.
What the hell weapon do I have? How do you subdue something with a +1 dagger on a stick?
You could hit it. You could try to, like, cut it at the legs to do enough damage to incapacitate it, but not kill it. You could hit it with the butt of the knife. I mean, although it's attached to your rifle, so that may not be easy.
I'm gonna do subduing shots.
Pistol whip
Okay.
that bitch!
Yeah, you could literally turn your rifle around and just try to butt it with the butt of your gun.
Okay. Let's see. I'll just use the tech chart on the bayonet.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can use that. Yeah, that's fine, since that's kind of specifically made for that, actually. You're using it as a melee weapon.
14.
Hits.
Okay. And that's a D4 +6 now because it's plus.
Die.
7.
You watch as the creature lifts one of its sort of weak-like, fleshy appendages, and you notice the metallic cat head across from the body of the clockwork beast begins to almost lift into the air before you quickly bat it in the face. It falls over unconscious.
I look to Sun Kong and say, it might be trying to trick us, so I hit it.
Okay, sure.
I think you got it. Let's go help Glace.
9. And then I run off.
Okay. You deliver another. It's like hitting a wet noodle. There's no resistance. You smash it in the face one more time. There's a bit of like a blackish blood that sort of seeps from its eyes. One of its eyes.
We're gonna come back and it's gonna be inside that damn spirit warrior. I haul ass out of here and go to the elevator? Wherever Aesop's at.
From here, if you were to head to the north room, the north area, that would lead you back to the elevator.
Okay, I go to the elevator.
Alright, so go ahead and move your token. That would move you to the bottom of the elevator. And I'll show you here, so you kind of see down these steps leading into the mission control that Glace and NVD are attempting to combat this creature here below them. There's a strange essence that's sort of shifting around its form. Anything else, Rinkaz?
I'd say that's the rest of my movement because I had to move into the elevator, so it has to move. So I'll end my turn here and just keep an eye down the hallway for my next turn.
Okay, Chunk comes with you since he's your companion. Sun Kong, you saw Rinkaz run back towards the elevator.
I want to go to the elevator as well, or at least I want to get to Glace.
Alright, so once you reach that north part there, you basically enter anywhere adjacent to Rinkaz and can move from there. The hexagonal walls kind of shift open, allowing you to enter the elevator, and now you can see the steps leading down into the mission control. So you can use whatever rest of your 70 feet of movement to go where you like.
75.
Oh shit! I was literally being facetious.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It is 70. You're right. It's just 70.
Just 70? Wow, Jesus Christ, slowpoke.
You can go ahead and move whatever else you want to. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, it just takes me a while to count all of it. Hold on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna double move, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to read on the white.
Use your ruler.
Yeah, you can use your ruler. There you go.
True. Say, old Gandhi, stop back here.
All right.
Oh, so calm.
Need some help?
Skidding across the floor to a stop appears before the two of you.
I will use a key point to use patient. Oh, it's probably not going to attack though. Damn it! I wish I could have got here fast enough to attack, it. I don't want it to teleport. I'll still use patient defense in case it does attack.
Okay, sounds good. With that, we roll back up to the top. Aesop.
I'm seeing this gross little thing squirm out. I'm going to assume that it has blood. It looks fleshy. I'm going to raise my hand and try to do Curse of Binding on it.
Okay.
I'm not going to... yeah, I'll amplify it. Even though that's probably super fucking dangerous right now because I'm bloodied, but whatever. So he has to make a DC 16 strength save.
Uh-oh, he's a little baby. He rolls 11.
Okay, he is immobilized. Save him. And I'm just gonna go beast mode on this guy. I'm just gonna run up and just start just smacking him with the cane until he's a bloody pulp on the ground.
The navigator raises his fists in anticipation.
That's a 24 to hit.
Totally hits.
It's a 9. Actually, let's do slashing because I'm beast moding on this guy. 9 magical slashing and 5 fire damage.
All right.
And I'm gonna hit it again. 19 to hit. 11 slashing, 4 fire damage.
Okay.
We just wanted to sleep.
You rend into it with a series of attacks with your cane. It is looking more and more like a bloody mess, but still sort of caught with your binding, but still standing.
Okay, that's all for me.
All right. What exactly does the binding do to the creature?
It is immobilized until it saves because I amplified it.
Does it get to make that save at the end of its turns?
At the end of its turns.
Okay, let me see here. Let's take a look. It loses these things outside of the armor. At the end of its turn, it fucking fails because it's a little baby. It is stuck there.
It doesn't even attack me. It's just...
It can do nothing. Can it attack you at least?
Yeah, it's immobilized. It's not stunned.
Oh, I see.
It just can't move. It can't run away.
Okay. In that case, you see that it is trying to attempt to escape as you sort of deliver this volley of stabs and slashes across its body. It can't move. You see it extend a fleshy appendage towards its armor. The clockwork armor lifts up into the air, and with a fling of its wrists, it thrusts it at you. Please make me a dexterity acrobatics saving throw.
I'm
or
good
dex
at
save,
these.
actually. A dex save.
Aesop, don't say that.
It's 16.
Okay.
Okay. The armor smashes against the wall, but you're able to sort of bound out of the way, quickly grabbing one of the like metallic leg appendages and kind of swinging around before the brass of the body hits you. It smashes into the hexagonal wall. There's a bit of a dent, but you see as the hexagon pieces begin to shift back into place, and you are safe from the creature's attack. It kind of
Nice.
looks at you with a beady looking eye. It cannot move from its space, however. It is done. Alright. Glacé, down mission control.
Alright, you're not going anywhere. I'm going to use my give a creature advantage on its next d20 roll and
Nice.
use a monster on it.
Oh shit, okay.
So he has to make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
Hey Vidi, what is that card you have that's for me? Does that make you fail a skill?
Yeah, it makes him fail a skill.
Alright, take
Get
that
outta here,
back.
Jason.
Take that back.
Against you by the GM.
Okay, take
Fuck
that back.
off,
I can't
Jason.
use that. Okay. Alright, what's the save I gotta make here? A dex?
17 Wisdom, you
Oh,
fuck.
a whiz. Okay. He has
Can I
disadvantage.
use a card on Glacé? Am I allowed to use my initiative card on Glacé?
What's your card say?
To increase your spell DC or discipline save DC by a +2 for the next spell you cast.
Ooh.
Could I use that on whatever she's doing now to up its DC?
Let me ask this question. Maybe some of you who know the game a little bit better than I. Can inspiration points be passed to someone else in the general
yes.
game?
I think it's literally up to the DM.
Yes.
I-
Come on.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I remember hearing like you could. I'd have to check myself.
Well, I'll take a look at that later. For the time being, because inspiration points are able to be moved, I'll say you can gift your card to someone else, at least until I nail down that rule.
I don't know why it's face down, but that I told you what it does. So.
There you go. Oh shit.
Yep, there you go. So yeah, +2.
Oh my
With
God.
disadvantage, it rolls a 5.
Oh my god. Okay.
Making sure.
Well, thank you, son. It's being held. It's paralyzed for the duration. The spell has no effect on undead. At the end of its turn, the target can make another whiz save. On a success, the spell ends on the target.
Fuck you, bitch.
Jesus.
So that was my action.
The creature shifts, trying to attempt to escape, and is unable to do so.
And I don't think I can do anything else as a bonus. Bummer. I'm done.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Anything else, Glacé?
Well, I have Mantle of Majesty on. I can cast Command without a spell slot. Well, that's probably still an action, though, isn't it?
I believe command is still in action, yeah. 'cause it
Okay,
took a
I'm done.
spell.
Mhm.
The clockwork armor of the creature holds it in place. As a bonus action, however, Glacé, you watch as the armor shudders, and plopping out of the side is a small little creature.
Ooh, kill it!
Oh, disgusting!
The aura surrounding the armor itself shifts to the smaller form of the creature.
Oh god, he's still gonna teleport.
I'm gonna try to stop him.
And it vanishes.
Oh,
No!
I'll tell you what, this one up here ain't vanishing. It's gonna be a stain in the navigator's
scrambled
room.
egg mix now.
How is everything going?
You hear Navigator repeat in some of your minds.
One teleported away, but left its armor.
We can't let it escape. It may be
Well,
on the outside of the ship.
Where's the crystal communicator?
I mean, I always...
Do you have a glace?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Whose turn is it, Jason?
Nvidi, it is your turn.
Is there any way I could detect magic on that skill I just saw?
Now that it is dissipated, unfortunately, no.
Okay, just so you guys know, you can use your reaction Arcana check to identify a spell. Game.
Well,
I can't do that.
Technically, anyone can. I
You
think.
could.
I rolled an 11 on mine, so I got...
I
got...
I assisted on that. Yeah. Huh.
Is there a way we can track where it went?
That's what I'm trying to think. I don't.
A navigator said that it may be on the outside of the ship.
Damn, in VD, if you want to come over here and touch the crystal, if you feel confident outside the ship by yourself.
I do actually.
All right. Then I'll hold it out for him to take a little touch.
Okay, Nvidi, you touching the crystal communicator?
I am.
There is a flash of light. And you find yourself on the outside of the ship. There is a momentary sense of vertigo as you sort of look around, kind of standing on the sort of polygonal globe-like structure of the geodesic ship. You notice the creature is beginning to shift away from you. It looks back, catching you with catching your sight with one eye. Out in the distance, you now see there is a pretty distance between the two of you, but it is there. It almost looks like a larger form of sort of the body of these clockwork creatures, although this one is in such a scale that it looks like a ship itself.
There's a ship outside.
Well, as soon as you
Getting
kill that
closer.
thing, come in so we can run.
Okay.
All right. Well, guess I'll try and. Can I do? Is the ship coming closer? Is it sitting there?
It's difficult to tell. Give me some type of like check, like a perception check.
Sure, I'll do a perception. 18.
It does, moving slowly, but does appear to be slowly approaching, as if to reacquest its subjects.
Okay. I would like to cast a guiding bolt.
Okay. You need me to do anything? Or is that your roll?
14 versus AC.
Hits.
Okay. For 40 damage. Radiant.
Jesus fucking Christ!
That a boy.
I thought I did a lot of damage.
It's a good thing the next attack versus has advantage.
Yeah.
The creature points one of its appendages towards the ground, and you see as though its own magical sense is lifting it off the surface of the ship. You point, what is it, like a palm at the creature? What does it look like when you just completely obliterate it?
Yeah, it's a guiding bolt is kind of like a dragon's head of like light globe flies towards it and then bites it.
It bites, tearing through the center of the creature's body, and you watch as just this mass of, leaving the actual air-like bubble that surrounds your ship. It's just what's left of its body, blood sort of floating in the ether, as well as just sort of gibbed parts. It just begins to separate as it floats. You now see the ship beginning to shift away just a bit.
It looks like they're leaving. Can I come inside now, please?
Yes.
I will wipe out there, grab his hand, and I guess put this back in.
Okay, so as you are attempting to do that, Glace, let's roll back up to the top. What are you doing, Aesop?
I am beating this thing mercilessly until it is no longer moving.
Okay, give me an
Or
attack
solid.
roll.
That's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
11 total damage. And then, oh no, an 11 to hit.
What was the total damage from your first attack?
11.
What's it look like when you kill this thing?
I mean, it's exactly like you could imagine. I've continued hitting it long after it is being a solid and is now kind of a mushy slush on.
It's like the horror movie thing where you just keep stomping on the
Yeah.
blood and gibbs and just see attacking it with your sword cane.
Okay, not as young as I used to be. Let me catch my breath. We'll
Holy
regroup with
shit.
the others. Well, I wanted to make sure it's dead. It can't hurt our little navigator friend, right?
Oh man, you fucked that thing up.
Yeah. Navigator, be a dear and clean that up. We'll check on the other.
You exit and can kind of go where you please at this point. It seems as though you guys have made short work. Glace, you've wiped out, seeing the kind of beautiful view outside as you place a hand on Nvidia and using the crystal communicator pop back in.
Okay.
Can I run down and grab the other one and bring it into the room unconscious?
Sure.
I really wish I would have treated that seriously because I don't want to go back outside again.
Since when have we ever had practice fight, Nvidia, in the middle of the night?
Wait, this was a drill?
No, absolutely not.
You know it was, Aesop, and I wink.
Now I get mad. Now don't say anything.
I wink back at Sun Kong, but it's with both eyes, so I just blink at him.
Isn't it satisfying being on this side?
It's weird.
I have the thing by the neck and start flailing my arms, flinging black blood everywhere, saying, "Wait, this is a drill?"
No.
I'm dead!
Wait, where's Kui?
I try. Yeah, I want to like press the astroglaive and see if something happens.
I yell at the dead squid thing and say, "Where is she, damn it? Where is she?"
Ring has us the
Swear to me.
nunchuck with the squid.
What do you do? What do you do?
You want to give it to a normal person?
Why do you want to kill me?
That's it.
Where's the trigger? Where's the trigger?
Oh fuck. That's the oldie but a goodie, that video. Are you just like smashing buttons, Glace?
I can see that happening.
Yeah, sure. Just to get a reaction, see if she's there.
There is a few sort of subtle sounds as you kind of punch some of the kind of arcane glyphs on the control panel of the astrolabe. For a few seconds, nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, appearing in one of the makeshift couches, Kui appears. Oh! Well, hey everyone.
Oh, thank
Kui!
Kui,
you
darling!
What are you all doing here?
We were attacked. Look at this thing.
Oh! She says, seeing the just mass of clockwork pile next to Sun Kong.
And
Rinkaz is holding one.
When did this happen?
Just
now, within the past few minutes.
Where were you?
I don't know.
Kui, what's the last thing you remember?
I was just running some scans, working with the navigator, and I don't know, I just appeared here all of a sudden. It's as though I shifted forward in time, almost.
Navigator! Tell.
Do you have an idea, Aesop?
Are these things like those inevitables, right? Like, didn't they have stuff to do with time and justice and all that nonsense?
Navigator shakes his head. Kui looks over and says, these creatures are known as the Ahunixta, a rival clan of the species of the Navigators. His clan is the Frau. They are a warring faction against one another. They attempt to steal the information that the Navigator's particular tribe possesses. They've been following us for some time, actually, but, well, I was always able to keep the Navigator abreast of any of them, whether they tried to either shift close in their own ships or attempt to get on board. Navigator mentioned that as long as I was keeping an eye out on things on the ship proper, that they shouldn't be able to sneak aboard, but I guess I lost track of time?
Are you feeling alright?
I guess so.
Are you still glitching out from the last time you glitched out, Kui?
Navigator kind of pokes at Kui. The Navigator says that the thing that Kaz made, Kets, it should be able to maybe run some type of diagnostics on me.
We should do that then. You're a very vital part of the crew. You shouldn't press yourself.
Okay. She looks over at Navigator. Navigator looks at the rest of you. I have? She says. She looks at the rest of you. I've apparently done this a few times before.
Wait.
Oh?
No times that was vital like now. But small blips, as the Navigator just mentioned, where he wasn't able to contact me. Like I disappear.
How long has this been happening, Navigator?
He says it's difficult to really try and string together, but as far as he knows, the first common occurrences were not too long after you rescued us from that time tower where you faced that inevitable.
Let's start keeping track of this kind of thing, like on a calendar.
So it does seem like my hunch may have been correct after all. Those
Why?
things showing up at the clockwork bodies seems like a coincidence, don't you think?
He says that the Ahunixta are not related to the Modron, though. They're from a foreign place like himself.
I see.
But it's a possibility being trapped at the time tower could have affected it somewhat. Or there was the time that that other thing got on board.
Yes,
Before
but that
you were
was-
here, Aesop.
Oh, I see.
Wasn't that thing just meant to override you or something?
Yes, it was.
And isn't it gone? Didn't we take care of it?
I think so.
Cooley, I don't like this. Is there anyone we can... I mean, obviously there's the thing that this cause fellow made, but is there, like, a specialist somewhere in the Twixt that we could take you to? someone that knew some things about the ship, like the arcane man?
The arcane man, or... I don't know. I'm special, is what the arcane man said. I don't think there's a lot of me out there. Not me specifically, but beings like me. I'm like a ghost, but I'm not really, because I'm made of magians.
If only we had an electrician that was studying AI.
Oh, there's...
Serpent-like being.
Alright. Is there a way to contact... I don't remember, other parts of the ship? Did we like get like, in case of emergency, call Daddy Radriar, or is that like a... was that like a one-time thing while we were down there?
The Radriar you guys met in the previous season down at close to the core of the ship, you found out that he is one of the main powering elements of all the ships and its devices. However, he only had a limited time to speak with you, because trying to appear in that form and have a conversation with you was a large drain to the ship's power, and he did mention that he'd only be able to do it once.
Okay.
Well, I guess for now the only real recourse is to have Kets run a diagnostic.
Okay. I don't want to disappear again. That's kind of scary.
Well, yeah, we don't want you to disappear either.
Is everyone okay?
A little worse for wear. Aesop is profusely bleeding from his left leg onto the...
No.
Oh,
Nothing a little healing on
Heal though, I feel.
I look to Kui and punch the squid in the head and say, yeah, most of us.
Kui runs over and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, Aesop," and she goes to try and pat your shoulder, but her hand goes through.
Oh, that's perfectly fine. We have a talented healer like Glace can give me a little prep talk to get through this as well, I'm sure.
I'm sorry. I wish I could comfort you more. I forget sometimes.
Hey, just knowing you're okay isn't... Now let's figure out what the deeper problem is, yes?
Yeah, I suppose I can contact Ketz and have him run a scan on me. Kaz made sure to sort of infuse him in the infrastructure of the Magians that runs the ship.
Good, good.
Can we... I mean, after all this, maybe we should contact, even though he's crazy and I don't like him and I think he smells, the old guy on the Neogokyo. Maybe he'll know something about Kui's type of...
Do we trust them?
I mean, we're not going to tell him. We're just going to ask him if he can help us.
That's an interesting idea if we get desperate, but you can't trust those maester minds.
I don't.
I'm not saying that we give them information.
Of course.
I'm just asking. I think we maybe could get information from them. Like, if he doesn't know who we can go to for... I don't know, like a doctor, but for...
I see what you're saying. Yes.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, Chunk says.
Thanks for the input, Chunk.
I mean, just at least a course of action. They don't have to necessarily do their experiments on her.
I love that, like, Chunk chiming in.
And you're like, so just like, yeah, shut up.
Well, like I said, let's see what Ket says first.
I agree.
Ketz appears on screen. Does Ketz have just sort of like a display of common language, or can he speak?
I think what we did was originally he could only display, but last time he had upgraded to where he could speak.
Okay. Greetings, Ketz says.
Oh no.
Oh, he's speaking. Cat's very good.
A shifting form of a snake-like creature with Yuan T-like features, but in a sort of programmed illusion, glowing and somewhat transparent above where the astrolabe normally displays sort of the planetary systems around you guys, appears.
running diagnostics on the cooperative order interface.
Oh yeah, she's an acronym.
She is.
This will take some time. When I am ready, I will alert Kui and the rest of you.
Oh, good. Well, I think I need to rest up. And Vidi, could you help me out with this giant wound in my leg?
And Vidi just stares at the massive gash in your leg.
And Vidi, please, I'm bleeding out.
He said in the chat he's gonna be right back. Holding
okay. Kui says, what did you guys have planned for that thing? She says, kind of pointing over at the gross, squiggly creature in your arms, Rinkaz.
I mean, we could interrogate it, or, I could just finish the damn thing.
Navigator points over at you, Aesop, and just throws a clenched fist into an open palm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good enough for me. Just kill it.
If we'd like to scrap all the parts and put from their death machines, maybe, and put them down in the bay, we could salvage something from it. I mean, eventually I think that all of these large pieces of technology could be combined to make some awesome badass machine. I say this as I walk over and place a thing on the ground and pull out my rifle and shoot it about 6 times.
It just... It's already unconscious, so it's just, again, just like shooting a limp noodle. Pool of blood begins to pull out from underneath it. Ugh,
oh, shit. Did we get Rec? We forgot to turn Rec on for this, didn't we?
Oh,
yeah.
Wait. I pick it up with all the holes in it and say, look, there's a little life in it, and I put it down. Quick, record.
No, that's just a severed piece of flesh, Ridkaz. It's dead.
Okay, I shoot it one more time to be safe and say, I'm going back to bed.
Navigator points at the clockwork armor. Kui turns. Navigator says you should probably dispose of the armor too. There may be some type of arcane signature in there that would lead more to us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fucking
how do we
space that
dispose
shit.
of trash on this ship? Do we have
Let's just throw it out into wild space.
So there is an airlock. Lizzie.
I suppose...
No, it means we have to go out on the ship and throw it, I guess, right?
Just teleport it all out. It's fine.
I could do that. Is everyone okay with that?
Do it.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it.
Alright.
I stab it once before it goes away.
You watch as, with a flash of light, it disappears. As well as the... What about that one? Kui says, pointing at the dead creature that's out of its shell.
I mean...
That one too.
That too.
Okay. It disappears with a flash of light.
And actually, there should be an armor in the cargo bay. You can just go to that too.
Okay. I have some sort of magical ability. Similar to the spell that Navigator mentioned, prestidigitation. I'll make sure and get whatever is messed up around the area clean for everyone. I'm sorry for disappearing. I hope it's nothing serious.
Well, nothing you need to be sorry for, but we're gonna figure out what's going on.
I hope so. I'll have Ketz monitor me, and I'll let you know as soon as he has found some things out.
Sounds good.
My good friend Nvidi has healed me, he says on Discord.
Nice.
Okay.
He did, they were in the chat.
Using the magical healing essence of Nvidi, your wounds are healed, Aesop.
Ah, thank you.
Injuries as well. As you begin to head back to your room, Aesop, when you step into your room, you see Hush.
Oh, hello, Hush.
She opens up sort of like a knapsack that she has at her side and holds up the note that you got from the 10th pit. And she flips her chalkboard around and it says, does this have something to do with Mom?
Chickens have come home to roost.
Oh fuck. Aesop. She's okay. So yeah, she's definitely.
Wow.
So I have to communicate with.
Flustered.
Yeah. So I take the. I think I still have Glosse's arcane tablet, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I write. I just write. You know, our mother's no longer with us. Hush.
She wipes it off and says, I'm smarter than I look.
Yeah, right. You look very smart. And I continue and write, this is related to the research that your mother and I were doing when you were a little girl.
She smears it off and writes, is this important to us? And she holds it your way.
And I write, it's my ghosts to deal with. I don't want you anywhere near it. Do I make myself clear?
She wipes hers off and says, no one should have to deal with it alone. If it involves you and Mom, I want to go too.
I write, we'll talk about this tomorrow, Hush. Right now, your father needs rest.
She pats you on the shoulder and writes, I'm not a little girl anymore. I can help if you need it.
I just kind of, I give her kind of a nod that's, like parents do, where it's not dismissive, but it's also kind of like avoiding the point. Just like yeah, okay.
She watches you closely and leaves.
After she closes the door, I throw my cane on the table with such force that knocks over a bunch of stuff. And is probably very loud, but Hush is of course deaf, so.
Wow. Some of you heading back to your rooms probably heard a little commotion coming from one of the rooms.
Should we...
What are your intentions with my daughter?
I mean, do we hear it?
Say those of you who, just in general, those of you who entered the hallway would probably hear something. You don't know which room, just heard a bit of commotion.
There's like some beakers and stuff that would have shattered, so it's kind of loud.
Okay.
I like how Aesop's pulling the dad card out. It's like, you're not going because I said so.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he's doing.
That always works well.
Oh yeah, no, the kids don't resent you for that ever.
Never, ever, ever. I know what's best for you. Trust me.
Pierces her mask.
Oh god, no.
Jesus!
Tattoos.
Cold-blooded.
Yeah.
No, like piercings, like puts piercings all through the tattoo.
Oh, I thought you were like Aesop stabs her. I was like, whoa, no, Jesus
That's
Christ.
what I thought too, Jesus!
Rebellious child.
Yeah.
Hangs out with Stray all the time.
No, what this really means is the big boss of season 3 is gonna be Hush.
Oh god. No, I couldn't do that.
Or Aesop, they're gonna fuse into like some mecha bird monster. Yeah.
They.
Mecha
Like-
Aesop.
Like Hush and Aesop, like a terrible bird amalgamation.
You become like, what's his face from X-Men, when Magneto and X-Men, and Xavier,
Oh,
Onslaught, that's it. Sorry, I kind of went nerd on you.
Sorry, buddy. You guys can go ahead and move the Nimbus one more space as each of you gets your rest. you have one more full day if any of you want to do anything before reaching the quagga, if you'd like.
I have to make that potion, and I am going to not do it with Hush. I'm gonna just do it on my own.
Oh, can you have one of those scenes like you're walking in to the laboratory and she sees you and she's like, "Oh, did you need me?" And you're like, "No, I got it."
Yeah.
She turns around, kind of. She understands, but she's very disappointed. Oh, okay.
I did make the greater potion
Okay.
on my own.
Sun Kong, did you leave sugar in the gardens?
Yes.
Oh
No.
no!
Uh-oh.
I didn't think about it.
Zeke is dead. Everyone is dead.
Uh-oh.
He's not gonna kill the people.
It can eat my rabbits.
Little
Uh-oh.
elephants will be the first to go.
Oh well.
Not belly elephant.
They lived good long lives.
No, they did.
There you go. I found the perfect photo. There you go.
They're
That's
small. Time is different for them.
It's your bird fusion.
That's nasty.
Let's see.
I don't like it.
That's terrifying.
It's fucking horrifying.
Is there
Yeah, that's us.
is there anything else anybody wanted to do for the last day
I want to
before you
use the
podcast?
meditation tool.
All right.
I want to pop out rec and vlog style, Ruby Rod style, kind of like go into to find different people on the ship and do a little blurb about them. Like maybe, for instance, if I go into the meditation room and he's like all calm and relaxing and there's like music playing and Glace is just like being loud and obnoxious. This is Sun Kong! You all know him by now though, but look at his natural habitat, look how relaxed he is. Who would have known? He's the Twix's most... What are you again, Sun Kong?
I'm a monk.
Ferocious, fabulous monk!
Yes, thank you. Hi.
Hey, where's your
Trying to
wife?
meditate.
Okay.
It's a bit difficult with Glace in the room.
Sorry, ladies.
He's married.
However, you're able to eventually find a little bit of peace and quiet to make a D12 roll.
Nice.
Like I said, this doesn't necessarily mean that it's usable to everyone. When you next expend a first level spell slot to cast a spell, it takes effect as if casting and using a second level.
Alright.
But don't forget, that's a good idea. Whenever you get ready to head somewhere, you can always use it to attempt to get some little bonus before you head out.
Yeah, might as well try.
Sun Kong's like, what's magic?
You find 12 shotgun shells in your pocket.
You guys are not.
Let's get there.
You guys aren't in the weird anymore. You don't gotta worry about that.
No.
With that, you don't want to be body swapped again, do you?
No.
With that, the day passes. A relatively unremarkable day, thank goodness, compared to the previous night's excursion. And next session, we will pick up with you guys reaching the quagga.
Woo!
Get them tats.
Good game, boys.
Yes, good game, everybody. I hope you had fun.
Mhm.
Great game.
I had a lot of fun kind of developing some of that stuff.
Screwing over Luke.
I swear.
Yeah, thanks.
I swear. 2 double 20s.
Well, I want to look more into this dispatch room stuff, and
Yes.
We should send people out.
Everyone kind of take a peek at that and see. There's some sort of behind the curtain rules in terms of the DC that I make, but it's pretty fun. You guys can, as you're just going like here through the Twixt, instead of it just being sort of just a number of days to get to the next point. You can kind of be scanning each day for a location, deciding if it makes sense to send out a survey, and then in a couple days they'll return with some potential goods, maybe even magic items for you. So kind of cool stuff. So yeah, take a look at that. It's under the rules, kind of at the top of our little compendium, in-game compendium there. And yeah, I hope you had fun. I hope everyone watching had fun. Kind of an interesting in-between area session on the ship, but it's always good to spend a little time on the ship since that's sort of your home base, your own custom town where you can kind of add rooms to and stuff like that. So thanks everybody for watching. Please follow us if you like it, and as you guys are watching, you build up loyalty points. You can kind of see all the details of that on our Twitch page. If you're watching on our YouTube page, you can find any of those at GAWD_mode on either YouTube or Twitch. That's our channel. And you'll see all the weird and wild details. You can build like inspiration points and give them to the team. You can buy cool stuff like a weird bit package to help them unlock more rooms, or exchange the weird bits for money, which I don't think anybody has done yet, but you can always do that.
I think we did like really early on.
Did we?
Okay.
Yeah, I think somebody did.
And
Possible.
yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and go check out our YouTube page. We upload these episodes if you missed any. We keep them on here on Twitch too, so you can check that out as well. But I hope you had fun, and thank you everybody for watching. We will be back next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.